So,
Wednesday.
hello, everybody. I may have forgot to turn on our mics.
Hey,
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
it's been 2 weeks.
Josh said it?
It's Joshua, yeah. He's my friend. He's like, I'll join. And I'm like, okay.
Thanks, Josh.
Okay, so once again, I'll get up, work on my chemistry, talk to Wednesday. Hey,
So
can
we
I
have a
some breakfast?
soundboard. I haven't used it in 2 weeks. I forgot to turn our mic on while I was setting up. We're back. Hello.
Bad at the
I
game.
can't believe the chat doesn't read lips.
Right? What the fuck?
Your whole, well, no, they heard you.
No.
Oh wow. So yeah, we're gonna have to redo
We're
that.
gonna do the intro again.
We'll just restart.
I'm gonna check myself.
No, yeah, I can see. I didn't check the mics, but I can see when the sound goes through it.
Okay, thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
All right, technical difficulty. Clip that off, please, Isaac.
We might.
Do we have to go through your breakfast montage again?
Yes.
So, doing the recap once again, and quickly this time, the party delved into the mountain and eventually the Underdark to meet with a cloister of flumps. They managed to learn about a powerful Dryad Lord who had long offered to trade a favor for a wooden orb that belongs to a shadow dragon, one that appeared on the material plane some 600 years ago. Their exit from the Underdark, the group having separated before going in, found a number of them being quickly escorted out of the dwarven capital Sanctuary. The separated groups met up once again in Alokrin, just in time to meet with Barian, who had recently woken up after being revived. The party spent some time unwinding, and their plan for the future was to rest a few days so that Barian would have a chance for his love interest Sasha to grow calm enough to be talked to, and for him to recover from his resurrection sickness. The party was also going to explore the possibility of visiting the local dwarven emissary for help locating the shadow dragon, and Nem also needed some time for research. So that's where we came back, and Dan, it wasn't very exciting. Dan was in the middle of painstakingly describing his breakfast.
Sitting down to some potato
Fuck
pancakes
off.
with bacon and a fried
No.
egg. I will have
No.
a bite and dip
No!
it. Okay, fine. I feel
This
all
Your
right.
resurrection sickness is extended to 6 days. You have a -6 on everything.
Great.
The scent wafts through his
With
nose
a
hairs.
-6 of a roll, I will calmly dip a bite of potato pancake.
-7.
Anyways, I'm gonna. I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm gonna go fight the good fight. Open the door.
Very.
That you're not gonna change, Ken. The door still shuts.
Where are you going?
I'm out.
There
I'm
we
already
go.
gone.
I just wanna-
As you make your way
So I'm gonna
over-
buy some nice
market.
flowers for her, ones that she likes.
Sure, yeah. How nice of flowers are you looking to buy?
Oh, like a nice bouquet. I'm not a poor man.
Okay, a nice bouquet, like on the upper end. A silver would be a very nice bouquet
Okay,
of flowers.
I'll buy a silver, and then I'm gonna buy
Just-
like some really really nice bread with some jam and like nut butter and some stuff to put on it.
Didn't you just have breakfast?
No, but this is more like a second breakfast. I've got
Okay.
hairy feet.
Is Wednesday not good enough
I'm
for
gonna
you?
get you some really, really, really nice bread.
Okay, so like just say like a gold worth of things.
I don't know what's going on.
And like some cold tea, and then I'm gonna head over to.
Make your way to the House Arcanum. You find yourself within its halls once again. I take it you're going to her room first.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over.
All right. She is not in her room when you knock.
Okay.
God, legs. I hate women with legs. They're never where you leave them.
Does she wear glasses or a ring or anything, or a necklace or?
She has a necklace that she wears quite
Okay.
frequently.
So then I
But
know.
she's like, you've met her a couple of times. She tends to change her wardrobe pretty judiciously.
Okay. Go ask the front. Have you? I'll check the library first.
Okay. You go to the library and spend some time nosing around there, and you do not see her anywhere in the library.
Okay. Well, I return my book, and I'm like, well, I'll take a look around and see if there's anything about shadow dragons while I'm here.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Alex, what's my? Oh, it's 10.
It's 4.
13.
No.
That's 13.
Yeah. Alex, what is it actually though?
It's 10 minus 6 is 4.
Do I have a -6?
No, you have -3.
Okay, so that'll be a 20.
Okay. You look through, you do find a text that has some reference to them. It talks about dragons in general, and there's addendum to it about shadow dragons.
Okay, I'll grab that one and take a look when I get back, kind of thing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just go around campus, try to find her.
Okay. Go ahead and make me another investigation check.
8.
That is going to be a 16.
16.
No, 15.
15. All right. You search the campus for some time. It takes you about an hour. You get to the class that she's in about 2 minutes after the class starts. And you look through and you can see her sitting with the other students who are listening to one of the lecturers.
Okay. I'm just gonna go and find a place in the lobby or like library to sit and read and look on the shadow dragons until
Okay.
where I could see her heading back to her room, kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah, if you want to sit down and read, like, nearby, like, so you can watch the door, or...
Somewhere where she wouldn't see me, but where I could kind of see her heading down back to her room.
Okay, so you're near her room, then.
Sure.
Very well. You go and find a place to sit. There's not a lot of, like, hidden nooks in the hall.
So maybe, like, the lobby where I could see her go by, so I could see if she goes out the front door, or if she goes over towards her room, kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah,
Sure.
you can do that.
In, like, a little hidden nook.
Yeah, go ahead and
Sure.
make a stealth check.
That's a 12.
What's my stealth, Alex? Oh, I have advantage.
9.
16.
Okay, so 16 plus 6 is going to be 22.
Okay. With 22, you find one of the nooks. There's a couple other people at it, which makes it quite convenient for you to kind of slip yourself among them and blend in. They give you a weird look, but nothing too strange. Students join each other at random sometimes.
Yeah.
And you sit down, crack open the book, and start reading through it.
Yeah, so just like...
So within it, you find a number of things about shadow dragons. They tend to be formed when a dragon spends a lot of time around dark energies, such as on the plane of shadows, and it twists them and makes kind of melds with their form. Some of them come back to the mortal plane for the riches there. Some of them come back and like drag things back into the shadow realm. Let's see. It would talk about the fact that whatever their breath weapon is does change. It is touched by shadow and becomes necrotic in origin, and that they are weak to sunlight, which is why they tend to lair deep underground.
Okay. Any reference to any specific dragons or occurrences or like adventurous tales?
There's a couple of like nothing useful. There's a couple of like footnotes or stuff about like real life examples, but nothing handy or useful or historical.
Okay. And they didn't talk about any resistances or anything, eh?
No, it doesn't say anything about them specifically, but you know that they it doesn't change them completely. They become like this kind of mixture of shadow and what they were before.
Okay. Cool. All right. All right.
We have Let's Flashbang saying 9.
Oh,
and
hello, Bang Flash.
putting whatever he put, like a left arm flexing and then a face with sunglasses and then a right arm flexing, and it's made a strange creature.
Doesn't
Hello,
it?
Flashbang.
It's
Good to
a
see you.
dude flexing like this.
I know, but it like doesn't really. It comes out of his cheekbones instead of his shoulders.
Okay, well, you're jacked.
Sounds like the Emoji Movie. To be
I
honest.
can't match it. All I got is that.
All right, well,
You know, that's.
I'm pretty sure he did it with like 3 different emojis, Alex.
Yeah, I know. I don't have arm emojis.
Ah,
I'm not cool like that.
weak. All right, well, good to
I
see you,
mean-
Flash. Welcome to the show.
Please give me a perception check as you're reading, Danny.
Alex, what's my perception? +4.
Yeah.
What is this? Is it -3 to everything?
Yes.
8.
That's going to be a 9.
9. Okay. You read through the book. You find yourself a little distracted. It's an interesting book. You start reading about other dragons. and different encounters people have had. And when you look up, sometime unknown when, Flashbang is saying volume up, please. Like 25%?
Who's quiet? Flash.
I'm the only one talking, so it would have to be me.
Those are the only arms I have.
There we go. Let me know if that's good, Flashbang.
Let me know.
Okay, so yeah, unknowingly when, it is like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh shit. I'm gonna go to her room.
Okay, you head over to her room and knock on the door.
Oh, someone's here.
The good Cushway says that's way better. Thank you, good Cushway, and also welcome. Hello.
Cushway. Like Kush.
Cush, Daniel. Shh.
Kush? How do you spell it?
I'm pretending to shush you, but I'm saying Cush.
How do you spell it?
Go fuck yourself. Seems to be how it's spelled.
It's Kush. That's a marijuana.
Hello, good Cushway. Nice to meet you. I'm using you to bother Daniel.
You know the good Kush? Hey, good Kush.
This is the dollar store.
So you knock on the door, and you hear a voice. Hi, who is it?
Huh? Someone about endangered animals.
Runa thinks I'm talking to her, but I'm in character.
Okay. She's there when I knock?
You hear a voice. It's not hers, though. It's her roommate's that you hear, Claire.
Oh. Hey, how's it going?
As the door opens. Oh, hi.
I'm looking for Sasha.
She's right there. And she, like, points behind her, and you see Sasha sitting on her bed.
Hello?
Oh. Right. She stands up. Claire, I, just realized I need to go get a book as she walks out of the room.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna give it to her. I'm like, hey, can you return this for me?
No. That's not how the library works.
Okay. Okay. I'm like, look at her, like, look at the door, and then, like, raise my eyebrows.
Who are you looking at?
Sasha.
Oh, she looks at the door and looks at you. What are you...
Can I come in?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I hand her a small letter, like a card.
Okay.
I also hand her the flowers.
She takes them and smells the flowers and sets them down beside her with the letter alongside it. Well, I'm hoping you came to explain yourself.
Look at the card.
All right. She picks it up and, like, looks at you and opens it and looks down and looks at you and...
Okay.
What is on the card?
In flowing script.
Okay.
Yeah. Dear Sasha, first off, I just want to let you know that you're beautiful. I haven't said that to you before. I think it a lot, but I tend to just sometimes, you know how it is. Brain doesn't meet mouth. I wanted to let you know that the reason I didn't talk to you or let you know what was going on is, I died. And then it's gonna be like, it's like kind of like a little bit of just like wait kind of thing, like he new paragraph, and he's like, I got resurrected and it's fine now, and I know you have a lot of questions, and this is probably where you start asking them to me, and I can explain things, but I just want you to know that I didn't talk to you out of spite or anything like that. It was because I couldn't, and I'm sorry.
She takes her time to
XOXO.
read through the letter. You can see her face kind of going through a variety of emotions as she reads through this, like the seasons passing. She gets to the end of it and folds the letter and sets it down rather gently. Oh.
Someone follow?
I don't know. My event display is not showing
That's
any.
great.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wow, we can't give new subscribers shoutouts.
Check. It might be behind all the other layers of stuff.
Says no new events to display.
What?
It's just noises, I guess.
But that's definitely
What?
the subscriber sound.
That's the subscriber
if you,
sound.
If you subscribed,
Thank
say
you.
it in chat.
Yeah,
Well,
let
it-
us know.
Please.
Yeah, chuck it up in chat because
Things aren't working.
we'd like to
when
notify
we want
you.
them to. Ah! The good Cushway followed. Also, he said no drugs. This is family friendly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep,
Right
yep.
on.
Thanks for the confirmation.
I don't know
Thank
why
you.
you would assume drugs had anything to do with the cut.
It also
but-
went off a little earlier, so whoever that was, please let us know, and thank you very
Please.
much.
Awesome. Well, thanks for checking it out.
So, I guess I owe you an apology.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Are you alright, truly?
I'm like, I'm gonna go like sit down on the bed, or a little, like table or something, or like pull over a little table and be like, I brought something you might like, and pull out the bread and the like jam and everything. Are you hungry?
I could eat, I suppose.
Okay. Well, I like cut up some of the bread into like chunks and like pass it around, and then I'm like, I'm sure you have questions. I also have answers.
Just that you're alright.
Okay, I'm all right. I'm good.
She is going to roll an insight. That is an 18.
Mentally curious and has questions about things that he saw when he died and things like that. Physically, not okay. But, like, good other than physically.
Okay. She sees the kind of like weakness to your posture, the kind of drooping like a plant under load, and she starts to take the food that you've brought and start to like set it out and cut it and prepare a plate for both of you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad that things turned out well in the end. Did you succeed?
We found the flumps. Oh, no, wait. Did I tell her about this?
Yes. Yeah.
We found the flumps.
Well, that's good. And did they have what you needed?
They had information to another step. I don't know if you know anything about shadow dragons.
Not in particular.
Well, we have to steal a wooden ball from one of them.
I know that stealing from dragons is difficult and usually ill-advised.
Yeah, not saying I'm enjoying it. Just saying that it might be a way to save the city.
Can you do it without dying again?
Ideally, that would be the plan. But yes, I will do my best. Like the jam,
It's very good.
it's Saskatoon.
Oh,
Ever had Saskatoons?
I have, yes.
Oh,
Not in jam form, though.
it's good. So, have you ever? And who were the two things I met when I died?
So you met a creature, a woman, that had dark black, like raven-like wings coming from her back, and a chain leading down to just empty space. And then you met a fey woman.
I'm gonna like describe to her like the Fey woman and the other woman. I'm like, so, you never died, right?
No.
Okay, well when I did, I met these two people, and they were trying to decide who was gonna, quote unquote, take me, to whatever, but then I got pulled away. I got resurrected, so I never got to know. Have you heard of anything like that?
Well, maybe, but just, stories that you tell children about the afterlife. I think a priest would probably be a better person to speak to about those sorts of things.
Well, it was weird.
It sounds very... it sounds like a lot.
Well, you remember those? Did I tell her about the wyverns?
Yes.
You remember the wyverns that live over the mountains over there?
Yes.
There was a gold dragon living with them, but looked like who had been raised by the wyverns. It thought it was a wyvern.
Well, that's strange. I've never heard anything like that.
It was interesting.
Well, at least you got a story out of it.
Yeah. And then, you ever heard of like giant fortresses on clouds?
Yes, in storybooks.
Yeah, well, I found one.
That's fantastical.
But that's how I died.
That's a sharp turn.
But it was beautiful. But their giants just don't like people. But like, so, do you know that they can throw boulders like extremely accurate, like above 28 multiple times?
I did not. Above 28.
Anyways, you know what I said. Just ignore it. Yeah, I got killed by a giant. Luckily, I landed on the cloud. But then my friends rescued me.
So not even by the wyverns.
No, well, we were fine with the wyverns. It was the giant. You could say I flew too close to the sun.
We never even fought the wyverns.
So,
You had quite the tumultuous adventure then.
yeah.
Perhaps Cloud Fortresses will stay away from.
Yeah, so I'm going to be hanging around a little bit till I get better, but I suppose we should go on one of them date things again.
I wouldn't mind, but I think I would prefer to have a few days to collect my thoughts.
Okay. All right.
And she, opens her mouth about to say something, and then you see her think better of it.
Insight check. What's that?
7.
What's my insight, Alex?
4.
Okay, that's an 8.
Completely unreadable. Just like nothing.
I'm like, you're like a brick wall. What were you going to say?
Nothing.
Well, it wasn't nothing. You opened your mouth. You don't breathe like that.
Just that I need time to think of some things.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give her a hug.
She gives you a hug. You can feel there's some, tension in it as she does it. Something unspoken underneath it.
You sure there's nothing you want to tell me? I'm the kind of person that I just do things and, I deal with it. I'm not like a reader behind the back kind of person.
Not a thinker.
Make me a persuasion check.
Great.
18.
Alex,
-4.
okay, 14.
As you're saying that, she says, I don't know you like that, Barian. No, but I appreciate it, and it's nothing.
Okay. Well, do you want me to go?
You can stay. I mean, we still have a plate of jam to finish.
Okay. Well, I will spend the next, however long till it's all gone.
Yeah,
with
you
her
guys
just
eat, and there's
eating
that,
and merrymaking and...
cold silence for a bit, and then you guys fall into conversation, and you talk about anything but your recent adventures.
Okay.
And then you finish. You guys have a pleasant goodbye. She gives you a hug and a kiss on the cheek.
All right. I get a little red on the ears.
You leave glowing as you can head back. Evening has started to approach. It's maybe 5:30.
Okay. And I go back to the house. That's my part.
All right. During this full day that has just passed, what did the three of you get up to?
Okay, what game did me and Kana play? It was poker, goatfish.
I don't. What cards?
Blackjack or
Cards.
Card
Like,
game.
All I know is Kana was like, let's go see Beryl and take her cards.
Right.
So we still have the cards.
Yes.
What if Yael goes to get flowers with the cards and is like, Kana, take these to them, and instead of buying flowers, they find flowers. Rip it out of the ground, roots attached.
Just somebody's front yard. Just you can, if you want to raid a couple of gardens, you could get a handful of flowers, roots just hanging, dirt shaking, the mountain rumbles and the dirt falls.
Her tail's like you know how a dog wags, kinda? It's just a happy,
A little swish, swish, swish. You can go find Kana. You'd have to get up pretty early in the morning, because Kana goes for her lessons in the morning.
Yael didn't sleep. They played cards all night.
Okay,
Yael's still awake.
You come back with flowers, and Kana's just kind of getting up with a stretch. And, hi, what's that?
It's for Card Girl, Beryl.
Oh, you said her name good.
Yeah. Aren't you proud? I learned.
Good job.
I studied it.
Now you know Beryl and Barian. B's are your lucky letter.
Okay, let's go see Beryl.
Okay, you want to come for my lesson?
Yeah.
Okay, come with me. And she grabs your arm and starts tearing down the street with you.
Everything that Yaisel's tail touches just knocks over. It's a very it's like
couple people get oh, my ankle.
Yael's like, it doesn't even notice.
Yeah, just eyes forward. You guys eventually get to the tavern that Barrel's staying at. You go up, and Kanon doesn't even knock. She just throws the door open. Beryl, I brought a friend again. She wants to come learn things with me. As you see, sitting up, looking rather like straight-backed, prim and proper, is Beryl, the elven lady, who's sitting there and looks over. A little surprise kind of flashes across her face before settling. Oh, well, welcome. It was Yael, I think.
Yael's tail just goes faster.
The eyes like go down to the tail and then back up to you.
And all Yael does is this with the flowers.
Oh, thank you. They are lovely. She takes them and gives them a
You
little
can-
shake and sees the dirt that like goes on the
You
floor.
can still plant them. They have roots.
Right.
They're not dead yet.
I was not intending to start a garden. But as she opens the window and you see her cut off the bottom of the stems and goes over. And she's got a water pitcher and she. My apologies. I will look next time. Sorry. She like
God damn it, woman!
flicks a copper down.
Also, I take that back. They're not asleep yet. Yael doesn't know
Right.
about that.
Yes. They're not asleep yet. As she pours a cup of water and just drops the flower in them, and there's just this motley collection of stolen flowers.
Yeah, daisy, dandelion, rose. Like,
They're the
gardenia?
prettiest I
Like,
saw.
Right. And
Aside from you.
right.
chicka, wow, wow, diddly-ba-dippa.
Moving on from that comment, where did you get them exactly?
It's the ground. They grow there.
I don't think roses are native to Alakrin.
There was this nice old lady that was drinking coffee, and I pointed at her roses, and she nodded.
And you took the roses,
Mm-hmm.
and was she pleased?
She just looked like mouth open. You know, she just froze. I took it as a good thing.
Let's start our first lesson then, Liza. Pleasure to meet you properly. She seems to look over Kana, and you see thoughts just flashing through her eyes, a deep, like, kind of heavy sigh. So, do you understand how property works?
What's a property?
So, people pay money to own sections of land and call it their own. And this is a sacred place for them where others are only allowed to enter with their permission.
But it's a plant.
But we're on property. Don't skip ahead.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Of course. Does that make sense?
Kinda.
Well, wouldn't you like to be able to have an area to call your own where no one could come bother you unless you wanted them to?
I've never had one.
But wouldn't it be nice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, people do that. And it is nice. And when people have things on their property, it means that others are not allowed to take it without their permission. Now, a nod is oftentimes permission. However, that's only when it's following a question that is asking for something. Pointing at flowers is not asking for flowers.
Oh, I thought I was asking.
No. And see, that's the problem with communication, is we need to be quite clear when we speak. We can't just assume that our intentions are read by others. So in that case, when you see her nod, you have no way of knowing whether she's nodding that yes, those are roses, or agreeing that they're lovely, or saying so it's a good thing to ask.
I'll get her roses. For her garden.
As long as you don't steal them from somewhere, that would be a lovely thing.
I'll use money.
And that would be the way of it. Make sure you ask permission that the person you're using money wants to actually sell them, though.
Okay.
I suggest going to a flower merchant.
Isn't that something for food?
Now, a flower merchant is somebody who sells flowers.
She's like thinking of the two flowers, not able to decipher between the two.
Oh,
You
you
know
are.
how there are people who sell sweets at stalls?
Mm-hmm.
There are people who do that with flowers.
Oh.
Yes.
So
If you wander around the market, I'm sure you'll bump into one eventually.
Okay, I'll do that after this.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were just going to get into some middling reading. If you wish to join us, you're welcome to stay.
I'll stay.
All right. Now, the lesson is for Kena. I don't know how your reading is, but I do need her to do the reading, so please don't interrupt. As she pulls a book out, and Kena comes over and grabs the book and sits herself down and, like, pats beside her for you to come sit down and breaks it open. And Beryl leans back, and she's got, like, her feet up, the chair back on two legs. But you can see she's got an eye going over, and she seems to be able to, even upside down, like, read the words on the book. And you can see her watching, and every time Kena stumbles a little bit or gets something wrong, she puts in a correction.
Wow, she's smart.
Is there anything in particular you'd like to say or do with them, or just enjoy an evening or an afternoon of learning?
I just enjoy it.
All right. And if you want to stop and get some flowers on your way back, you could certainly do that. And you could spend 5 copper, and you'd be able to replace the flowers that you stole.
I'll do that after.
You find a merchant, and you're awed by this just stall, like trellised, going up with flowers and stuff on the back, and different things and pots all around, and more up the back. And you buy a couple flowers. Anything else you'd like to do with your day?
I'd like to go to the houses that I just rip their flowers out and knock on the door and leave it there.
You knock, and you hear a "thank you" as you're making your way away.
That's all I do with my day.
All right, Alex, with both of your characters, is there anything you'd like to get up to?
Oh, jeez, what was happening?
You guys were taking some time so that your brother could recover and talk to Sasha, and so that Nem would have some time to do some research on shadow dragons, and you guys were thinking of going to talk to House Bluehammer, which is the dwarves in the city.
Right. Well, the first thing is...
and other than that, there'd also be stuff you could do with the Proudfoots as well, if you wanted to go and make yourself useful to them.
Yeah, so first thing is when Dre wakes up, gonna look around. Wednesday,
Yes?
where's my brother?
Oh, not sure. Had a big breakfast, made a big deal out of it, and then headed off out the door. I think that your friend tried to ask him where he was going, but he was already gone.
Stupid closed door policy. Well, in the future, remind him that he needs an escort when he goes somewhere randomly.
He does?
Uh-huh.
Really? Why?
Because he died last time.
Really? But wasn't he? He's in the city. She's gonna make an insight check. This is a 3. She just kind of gives you a weird look and decides not to say anything. Anyways, you want some breakfast?
Sure. Yeah, I could eat.
Alright, you want eggs as well? Or,
Yeah, whatever you have.
Well, I was making pancakes for myself, so I could warm some of those up for you.
Sure.
Alright, I'll bring them out. I got some fresh fruit from the market. She makes her way off, kind of humming to herself, and comes back with the fruit and whatnot, and you have pancakes in front of you.
Oh wait, no. I slowly sink my
Stop.
fork into the delicate stack as syrup drips
What
down.
is with you and your brother and
slowly.
making a big deal about the food today?
Like, your character's actually saying this as he's putting the fork
It's
through.
pancakes, love. You don't need to stare at it like it broke your heart.
It's just been a while.
Alright, just don't make it weird. As she walks out of the room, like shaking her head as she goes.
Sorry guys, I had to come back for this high quality content. Could you restart?
Drew him back in
Alright,
with the food description.
And then,
Oh, tell me how you wipe your mouth.
what?
Like, how did it go? What was the textures?
Well, it was pretty fluffy, like a little dents in some areas. They weren't perfectly cooked pancakes.
Did you
Bruna's like in pain enough that she's keeping her head out of frame.
Did you get like raspberry seeds in your teeth? Like, were they tart?
No, it was just the
All right.
batter was a little inconsistent.
Through your psychic connection with your brother, you both get to share in his resurrection sickness.
Sorry, you can't talk anymore.
No,
So you're also at a -3 for everything.
What?
no.
Yeah, you guys have that telepathic connection, and it's you've got some feedback going on
I
in that.
throw my food out the window.
All right, very good. What do you want to get up to?
As it flies through the air,
I will
the
fucking
small
murder you.
I think Dre and Lorelai are going to do some more stuff for the Proudfoots.
Okay.
Sort of, like, get in their good graces, get to know more people.
Okay. You go to the Proudfoots. You will once again find yourself speaking to Braxton, the giant, on his throne in the little false sewers of Alachrin. And the giant looks you over when you arrive. I wondered when I would see you again.
I like that voice, Isaac.
Well,
Thank you.
today is the day, I guess.
Today is a good day. As it happens, I have something that needs doing.
That's good to hear.
He looks
Yes.
over at Lorelei. Do you think he has the stomach for some collections?
I think you can manage.
Very well. He pulls a list off of the arm of his chair from beside him and holds it out, looking at Lorelei for her to come and collect it.
I'll come and grab it from him.
And when she gets it, there is a list of 5 names, the addresses underneath each of them, and the minimum amount owed from each of them.
Alright.
Breaking people's
This is it.
legs. Breaking legs. Breaking people's legs.
Kneecaps be gone.
That's enough for today.
Alright. Come on! And she'll, like, lead him away.
Drags you out of the strange little sewers in the corner of Lochran, and you find yourself on the street once more. And what's to follow is collections, not the veiled kind that you went through before. The going and telling people that they owe money for their safety.
Where my money, man? Where's my money, man?
So, is there any particular way you would like to go about this?
Honestly, Dre would be, like, pretty, almost heavy-handed. Like, not physically heavy-handed, but just, sort of using his, like, telekinesis and, like, sort of unexplainable stuff to sort of put the fear of God in people.
All right. If you wanted to make a spellcasting check or an intimidation check, either of those would be appropriate. If you wanted to make an intimidation check with your spellcasting skill, I would allow that as well.
Ooh, what? Isaac letting you use a different act?
We did a whole mini campaign on this, all right?
And this is the first time it's come up since then. Growth. Alex,
I'll take
we've
it.
seen
I'll
some
take it.
growth.
Don't forget your -3.
How does he have -3? That's so...
Because you're both terrible people.
You give him something.
Okay.
You take it away.
I'm just kidding. You don't have a -3.
Good.
No, it's from the breakfast description.
DM
That's
is
what
short
it was.
for demon.
DM is short for demon. You know what, Alex? Dan has lobbied me. I've changed my mind. I will give you the -3. Just
Now
kidding.
it's -4.
What did you get on your roll?
Alright, can Lorelai give me guidance for
Absolutely.
these, knowing,
Yeah.
on our way in?
Yep.
Guidance.
You have 3 of them that you need to make.
Okay.
I thought there was 5.
There are 5
Yeah, the first
people. 3
one
check.
is a, 7 plus 6.
13.
Yeah.
All right.
7 plus 6 plus 2 is 15 total.
15. Okay. The first one you go to is or the first one that gives you any trouble. There's one who no threatening required. You come in, you say why you're there, and a bag of coin already prepared is handed over to you. You count through it, and it is above the minimum that was listed on your sheet. The second one, you come in to what is very clearly a hungover dwarf inside his shop. He seems to be somebody who moves textiles around for people, not like a customer-facing sort of shop, but a more like wholesale kind of deal. And he's sitting there, and one eye opens when you come in. What do you want?
I think you know, and I'll put the the notice down on the table.
Closes his eye. Little head goes back down to his like half napping posture.
He'll just feel like a slight pressure around his throat. You might want to wake up for this.
You might want to stop as you hear a clank as his hand hits the table, and you can see like a flintlock pistol cocked.
Have I seen a gun before?
You've seen cannons. You haven't really seen guns before, no.
You think that's gonna protect you?
I think I'm gonna protect me. Listen, I told you bullies once, and I'll tell you twice. You can collect from all the other pansies around here. I'm not gonna have it.
Well, you might need to move.
I think I'll be right fine where I am.
What makes you so sure? I'll take one step forward.
As he like clicks the hammer of it fully into place. 2 steps and it's your last.
I'm gonna take another step, and then Misty step behind him.
Okay. Your foot goes out. You see his finger going over the trigger. He's looking you dead in the eye. He does not notice the swirl of mist that wraps around your foot as you vanish, reappearing behind him. You see his figure like pull back as you're now behind him, the head coming up straight as he's like looking around, gun come up, other palm to it now as he's looking for you.
And I'm going to, I want to pull out my dagger and, like, stab him, sort of in one motion maybe before he's able to, like, spin around and, pin his hand to his desk that was holding the gun.
Go ahead and roll me an attack. Yeah, roll me an attack.
Okay.
I don't think they're going for legs anymore or knees. They're going
Alright, that
straight
is
to
a
the stomach.
17.
17. You go for the stab, and it's just as he's bringing it to his other hand, so you miss a little bit and nick across his arm as a gash of blood is drawn across it. That's enough for him to turn around, the gun knocking towards you. Go ahead and roll me initiative.
Ooh. Lorelai's with me. Should she roll initiative as well?
Yeah, for sure.
This is going to be another brother death
Oh,
to a
God.
stupid situation.
Oh no, Lorelai, what are you doing? just like is lost in thought, I guess.
Why did she get a 1?
Yeah,
What did you get?
I got a 16.
Okay, so it's you, the shopkeep, and then Lorelei. So what are you doing?
All right, hang on. I forget what I can do.
It'd be a good thing to know when you go strong-arming people.
Yeah. What am I capable of? I used that.
I don't think I'm doing that quite right, but
No.
hurry up.
It's alright. It's alright. We'd be copyright struck if it was right. So.
Yeah, don't. That's probably copyright.
You saying my voice is good enough to be copyrighted?
Damn.
Yeesh.
That's such a fucking compliment.
But maybe your video silenced for copyright.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, I'm an old man now. You're going to have to speak up.
Slowly aging. Yaizo's now married to Beryl.
Oh my goodness.
Many things have
we
happened
know
while you were
that's gonna
gone.
going
And we
to-
know that's gonna take a while.
To try and like wrap my arm around his neck, and sort of like hold him.
Noogie.
Okay, go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Oh, it was so close. That's an 11.
Okay, that is a 19. As you go to wrap your arms around his neck, and he just ducks in his chair as your arm just hits air.
Mother, brother, I tell ya.
Yep.
Okay.
Was that the end of your turn?
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, you don't want this fight.
He's already in combat.
Clearly.
He brings the pistol around, but doesn't shoot, as he's now got it, like, squared with you, and he's holding it, he's like, I'm not the only one.
Oh, he's so badass. I love this guy. Unfortunately, I have a duty to fulfill.
Why don't you
Yeah.
go stand with your missus over there again, and we talk about this like decent people? His arm, blood just flowing out of his arm where you nicked him.
Sure, maybe we can come to an arrangement, and I'll just like, I'll very like casually make my way around, sort of like out of like a combat stance, and just make my way like back around to the front of his desk.
The pistol tracks you as you go, and he sits himself back down and leaves it
Yeah.
on the table.
Yeah, Dre makes like is very careful to like not care about the pistol at all.
Okay,
Like, you
just
never even like acknowledge its presence.
cool and confident, cool as a cucumber as you strut over to the other side and turn about like you're about to enter a regular business meeting. All right, I'll give you
Well, it
some
looks like
coin
you
to
get
take
hurt.
back to him. Ah, piss on this.
I'm sure we could.
He literally
Help you out with
spits on the cut on his arm.
Hmm.
All right, I'll send you back with some coin. But it'll be amount I choose. And if anybody else other than you comes around here, they're getting a bullet between the eyes.
I have it no other way.
He opens a drawer next to him and fishes through it. You see, every time it clanks, he's like wincing, hangover still kicking in. And he pulls out just like a fistful of coin and just throws them to you, scattering, just raining down on the ground around you.
I'm just gonna like keep my eyes on him as they slowly start to like move towards me one at a time.
They
And
just
like hold out my hand and they
float. Oh, badass. They just like float into your hand one at a time. He does a good job of not looking impressed.
how much did he give me versus how much did he want from him?
So the minimum for this guy was 5 silver. You got 2 silver and about 15 copper. So you're a silver and 5 copper short.
Tell you what, I'll split the difference this time. Just make sure you don't pay anyone but me. And I'll, like, from my own bag, like, pull 15 more copper out.
Okay, you pull it out. He doesn't answer, but you do hear him, like, grumbling under his breath, "Hard to pay dead bodies."
Oh.
I like you. And I'll turn and just leave.
Okay. You head your way out of the shop. All right, go ahead and make me your second
On
check.
their way out, Lorelai is going to hit him with a healing word.
Okay. Is she paying attention when she does that? Like, does she look at him after, or does she just walk out?
I think Lorelai would be the type to make sure everything's on the up and up.
As it, like, heals and he's looking at it, he's, like, fishing for something in his pocket, watches it knit itself together, and his teeth are kind of bared as he pulls out a dagger and adds a cut to his arm.
What?
Just in the exact same spot you cut him, just puts it back.
Doesn't like magic.
In his head, he hears, "One of these days, you'll submit." And she just turns and leaves.
Girl boss Lorelai.
Oh, you hear the sound of the gun going off is thunderous, even from the other side of the door, as it and you watch the bullet come out, the body of the lock coming with it, as he just destroys his own door, firing at Lorelai, who has luckily turned the corner at this point.
I really like him. Alright, who's next?
Okay, go ahead and make your next check.
We just have a quick little. Hold on, guys. Just one quick second. Crawling over a brown landscape. There's some crevices and crevasses. It looks like almost like volcanic
which ones?
chunks
Crevices
and
or crevasses?
and as it comes up, there's a gigantic red mound, and it creeps over and crawls through literally just like bits strewn everywhere, and its feelers reach up and touches the red mound, and the ant, with these gigantic pillars of green, I'm not sure what around him, bites a large, sumptuous chunk off of this gigantic, kind of bulbous and molded mound, tastes the sweet flavor of raspberry, and
As a boot comes out of the sky.
takes it out
ends
and
his life.
takes his new haul of the
What kind of
breakfast strewn
ant-like
across the
movement
grass
is this?
over to its ant mound. Okay, back to you, Alex.
I'm-
By the way, it was crawling over bread.
I am
Just,
seriously considering some, like, semi-permanent resurrection sickness, just so you're aware of the type of ground you're treading on. Why is my laptop so hot?
But the descriptions are so good.
Oh my.
No,
This is a lot
Did you
of...
like how I described bread as a
No.
landscape?
Yeah, no.
absolutely.
No,
I
with
didn't
a-
even know it was bread.
With
Very
an
boring.
odd,
I just,
yeasty
boring.
smell.
Red
I didn't even
mound.
know it was bread.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say yeasty, but that would have made it instantly.
I was expecting
Yeah,
the
too obvious.
the lump to be a
Too
toe.
obvious.
I was definitely expecting it to bite into it, and somebody like, "Ow!"
I zoned out till ant, and then I was like, ant's life? What are we playing?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make me your next roll, Alex.
Alright. That is a total of 20.
Are we still on the screen, dude?
20.
I'll check.
Okay. The next one is rather without incident. You do need to show a little magic, but the moment they start to feel things they can't see, the kind of hapless shop owner quickly hands over some of their coin.
A pleasure. And I'll just,
They grimace a little at that remark, but keep quiet. Bye.
Can I get a ride home with you, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I'll let my dad know.
Okay.
Alright.
Make me your third and final check. As the next one is, again, easy enough. You show up, they see Lorelai, and just instantly reach down and throw you an already prepared sack of coin.
Alright, that is a 24 total. I'm getting better at this as I go.
Okay. The third one you go to, They are a little more irate, and there is some blood by the end of it, but you make pretty short work of showing them who is the superior combatant, as it's just this still clearly drunk, half-rabid shop owner who like throws themselves at you, and there's a quick clean tussle where you just take them out of the air, throw them on the ground, you end up kneeling on their chest, dagger to the throat, and shortly after that you are given some coin. They give you exactly the minimum.
I thought I touched your foot.
Alright. Thank you.
They almost hiss at that, and then you see a little fear flash across their eyes as they like pull their head down.
That's better. And he'll turn and leave.
All right. You've used a good portion of the day going around, getting to know the city. You take your haul back to Braxton, who gives you a cut of it. So you get 5 silver.
Oh, baby, making bank.
Isn't it for another guy?
You actually made 1.5 silver because you spent 1.5.
No, I made 3.5 silver.
Sorry, that's what I meant. 3.5.
Isn't it for another guy?
No, he got.
No,
paid
he
a
takes it back to
collection
the
fee.
boss, and the boss gives him a cut of the fee for collecting it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. It's not the cleanest work, but very fulfilling.
Well, I'm glad you found it so. Perhaps there's hope for more than a forceful relationship between us.
You know, I'm starting to consider it.
Braxton just
Don't really know when I
nods
said
his
that, though.
big head at you. You see a little grin at the "don't tell anybody" come up, but that's the only answer you receive.
Alright. Then we'll just head back to Zinot.
Does Lorelei remember to tell him to not send anybody else to the dwarf?
She would like stay behind for a second and tell the boss herself.
Okay. He just nods at that. Very well.
And then hurry to catch up. She's not the fastest. She's actually, well, I mean, she's equally fast, but...
Okay. She catches up in a while. And you guys all find yourself that evening back at the Knot. Kena is back from her studies as well. And Wednesday has prepared quite the meal for you guys. As you guys
Ooh.
sit down to
What
a
kind of meal?
sumptuous feast.
I'm suddenly not hungry.
I would tell you, but you're a dick.
Well, whenever Barrington gets back, he's going to find himself being grabbed by the ear.
Ow, ow, ow. What? Why?
Hey.
Why?
Hey,
Why?
hey! You tell people where you're going.
Everyone was asleep.
I don't care, wake me up.
Can
I'm
I
not going searching for your body again.
Okay, what if I tell Wednesday and she tells people?
That is the minimum required.
Okay, great, thank you. I flick his hand away from my ear. Stop it. I spill my coffee.
Yeah, I was just like, I didn't know you were a mom.
Oh, Shay's in the chat. Hey, Shay.
Yeah.
We got a cat with glasses again.
A cat with glasses.
Not a mom. I just don't want people to die.
You sound like a mom.
He shows affection through
Mean words?
anger.
Being overbearing, I think
I'm
is
not
the word.
angry.
Okay, what is the word you would use?
Love, it's less convincing when you shout it like that.
So, Wednesday, what did you cook here?
I'd tell you, but you've been a little bit of a dick about food.
Yeah, this was like, you say anything, I'll make you starve.
This is some delicious matter.
Wow.
Well, thank you. I put a little work into it, this matter.
Thank you.
It's quite a
Very
large
good.
serving of... What's for dessert? That's so good.
I'm glad you like it. I did put some work into it. I thought we'd eat nice for a change.
Seems like you put an awful lot of work into.
I'm being
I appreciate
comfortable
you,
as the
Wednesday.
biggest.
Thank you,
Just
Wednesday.
wanted.
Where
just
did you
wanted to
find
announce that.
for the?
Oh, at the market, like usual. Yeah, somebody had it in. I wasn't expecting it neither, but they
Was
brought
it-
it in.
That was a delicious touch.
Well, I thought so, but I used the last of it.
Oh, it's quite sticky. Do you have a napkin?
I could get you in.
I might need to wet it.
All right. Well, just wait. She excuses herself and comes back with a wetted napkin for you.
Thank you. Oh, sorry. That pairs so well with the.
Enough about the food. You guys have your meal. I wish I could put this on TikTok, but I'd have to string so many clips together for this to make sense.
You got 3 minutes now. They do 3-minute clips now.
So, is there anything for the group to talk about, or do you finish your meal?
We finished the
Finish the
meal.
meal.
Food's done. No more
Well,
food.
I was walking through the market today.
What were you looking for?
You know, this town is really going to a bad place. Someone just up and ripped Dolores's flowers out of the ground.
Yeah, somebody
You
told me
believe
that
that?
too. When I was walking over by
Yeah.
the university, right by the front gate, there was like a whole patch taken out of the college.
Yaisa looks at
What?
Kayla and is like,
Yeah.
She grins and starts doing like a little happy wiggle at having a secret.
They're gardenias. Someone has balls. You know, those are Brand's flowers.
Yaisa,
Oh God!
Yaisa looks confused. She's like, okay.
What? Why do you look like you sat in something?
What's a flower?
Just play dumb. Just play dumb. I love it. That's Geisel's signature move now, is just play dumb.
And the thing is, they know that she's not smart, so they don't know if she knows what a flower is.
Do you mean like the baking good or the plant?
There's two?
Yes. Flour or Flower.
Fleur?
No, they both said flower.
Fleur?
I look away.
Actually, yeah, it should be pronounced flower, right?
Shay says he took Dolores's flower, winky face. No, it was in fact
Ooh.
Geisel.
No, she's elderly.
If you were here earlier, you would have been there for the filching of the flowers.
But, you know, it's canon. She
Yeah,
took
yeah.
a flower. You know what? You should have some more of that so you can stop
Oh, get
walking.
off it!
Yaisa was like, I will kill
Yeah.
you in your sleep.
Let thy victuals shut thy mouth.
You guys finish dinner. If there's nothing left to discuss, another evening will pass and a morning will come.
Lorelai is gonna pull Varian aside at some point.
I'm glad you didn't grab me by my ear.
Right, I'm not an asshole.
Thank you.
Alright, have you made progress?
I told her that I died and I didn't ignore her on purpose, and she decided that she wanted a few days to think about things. And
Honesty clever.
I don't think I made progress. I'm not feeling great about my relationship with Sasha at this current moment. I feel not good.
Alright, we've got a little bit of work to do.
I believe guilt, and then also like loneliness is some of the things that I'm feeling currently.
Alright, well, I've been thinking, do you know of any magic, anything that can make someone hard to read?
Oh,
Anything like that?
in regards to your mind or your location or what you're saying?
Any of it. I know I can't read her mind, and I can't make anything of her actions.
Well, I haven't noticed any magic on her, and we're not. One thing I could think would be maybe if you tried to charm her.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna leave that up to you.
I'm probably not going to do that.
Well, I was hoping you would be farther along at this point, because I do have one way to see what she might be wearing under all of her robes. But
How would you do that? Are you a lesbian?
That's beside the point.
I don't have a spell for removing clothes. Or X-ray vision.
You have hands, don't you?
What? What?
She just sort of tilts her head at you.
I missed what you said there.
You have hands, don't you?
Yep. Back to the guilt and loneliness and her not talking to me for a few days.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have some work to do.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe down the road. I feel like there's work to be done with my mouth before my hands.
Oh, Varian.
No, talking. Talking.
Alright,
Hey
if
guys,
that's
I
what you call
died.
it.
Now I'm having sex.
No sex. Not yet. That would be enjoyable with her. She's fit.
I'd be careful about going that far. It's easy to get attached.
I feel like if I'm exploring her under her clothing with my hands, we've reached that point.
Well, think of an excuse.
I'm not a doctor.
Yet.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this conversation as I'll come back to you when I've
Just
mended.
figure something out.
When I've mended things. Why do you need to know what she's wearing underneath her clothes?
I don't trust her. We've been over this.
I trust other people a lot less than I trust her. She
Why?
hasn't.
You can't. You don't know anything about her.
I'll tell you this. I've been shot with bows and crossbows by many more people. She has never shot me with a crossbow.
Yet.
She did through your heart.
Yet. Good point. You haven't shot me yet either.
Right. I prefer an enemy I know to an enemy I don't.
Okay, I'll work on it.
Right. Just get me some information.
She likes Saskatoon jam. She doesn't like being given updates and said there would be more updates and then immediately stop talking with her when you're in a dangerous setting.
Wait.
I feel like maybe she has something that she wanted to tell me but she didn't. So, I don't know.
And she's going to make an insight check on you to determine the sincerity of your feelings for her.
Fully sincere. Don't even have to roll.
Ah, shit.
She also likes to fly. She enjoyed that one.
Right.
She did
Well,
not want to get
that's,
dumped, though.
Something.
Look, I have a general pickup on when people have nefarious plans or things in that type of direction. I'm not picking up anything.
Well, you do.
Yeah, you think I could have made it through what we do and
You
still
didn't.
be... Okay, look, the giant doesn't count.
He knew it was. He just
Oh,
didn't
was the
find
giant? Was the giant too clever for you?
No, just had a really good arm.
Couldn't tell that the giant was going to throw the rock it was holding.
Didn't really have time to run away.
Right.
Look, I'll let you know if I find anything more suspicious.
All right. Don't. I mean, you're kind of too far gone already, but don't let your guard down.
Yep, for sure. And he's gonna kind of turn and walk away.
Just sort of shrugs.
Okay.
And goes to sleep in the bed
That's
as
insane.
opposed to on the floor.
Okay.
Worth pointing out.
All right.
I don't know if anyone really cares to notice, but it happens.
She lies down. for the
Barian
first
would
time.
probably note that. Just because that's the way he is for, like, details and stuff. You guys have noticed that Bulwark pretty much just busies around the house helping Wednesday with whatever she needs. Cleaning. He
He's
was
a
wearing,
male
like, one of those, like, cleaning aprons.
He's a male wife.
Like a frilly one. Yeah.
Very
Is
well.
it pink?
Yeah, she would put him to work. She keeps a pretty tight ship. She doesn't really need the help, but she would use him as basically like a mobile, like, broom carrier.
He was chopping wood in the back. There is too much wood.
This is just...
There is, like, at least a cord.
She stopped having things for him to do and just felt bad, so she'd go out and buy more wood for him to chop.
And now there is, like, a full cord at the back of the house. And he's like, I could stack it higher. What would you prefer?
I think that's good.
I agree. The structural integrity of the stack, especially with someone of your height, I don't recommend a ladder.
Right.
Can Yaisel and Kana try to make like a log hut?
Absolutely.
I want to make a log hut out of all
It's
of it.
really hard to do with chopped wood, but you could make like a log, like half wall.
No, that's the point. It's gonna be difficult.
Okay, you put together, you get about this high off the ground before it's like, this is not gonna work.
Kana?
But you guys pretend it's a house.
Kana,
Yeah,
this is a beautiful castle.
it's a good castle.
This is where we live now.
Yeah,
We're constructionists.
constructionist.
It's what made that a constructionist.
I don't think that's a good word.
What? Why?
Cause I've never heard anybody else say it.
But I constructionisted it.
Yeah, that sounds made up.
No. I know words. I made the dictionary.
You didn't know what a flower was.
Kana. Shh.
Oh yeah.
Bulwark is anxious. Not anxiously, you wouldn't know, but he's like standing off to the side watching you do the thing. He's like, it's not so much a castle. It's more of like a wood fort.
Shh.
This is a castle.
It's a castle.
We're the best queens.
The queens, the best ones.
This is a castle.
A castle.
Okay, have
Yeah.
it your way.
Go inside.
Castle of shh.
But then the queens would have no guard.
Oh.
Call it a castle.
Call it a castle.
A fort.
A castle.
Castle.
What would you like to call it?
A
Castle.
Well,
castle.
it has to have a name.
I want you to call it a castle.
Castle shh.
I will call it Fort Castle.
If you okay,
Castle fort.
That
I like that better. That's better.
Castle fort shh.
Castle
you hear
Bush.
like sounds like a air coming out of a machine. It's like
You like it?
fine. Castle Fort.
Shh. Don't forget the shh.
Don't forget the shush.
Fort, castle fort.
He's just standing by the gate.
Yay, we have a guard.
It comes up to his like mid quad.
Yeah.
He's like 4 or 5 feet above the. It looks like a kiddie pool made out of logs.
Yeah, it does.
You can see Yaisel's tail trying not to knock
Yeah, yeah.
at the wood. Yaisel's it's wagging a little, but she's like,
So, what would you all like to get up to as a group the next morning?
Barion's gonna get up a little bit. Chemistry. Look out the window towards the college. What hurts the most is being so close. And then he's gonna look back and study.
Yaisel's in the doorway, like, what are you doing? What? You looked at a building and got sad.
No, I was inspecting the glass. For some reason, over time, it gets thicker at the bottom.
But you can see through it.
Yes.
There's no thick. It's like a wall.
You can see through your eyelids. Or your lenses in your eyes. But they're still there.
But that's a clear wall.
You're not wrong.
Why were you looking at a building sad?
I'm not sad.
You're insight check.
Go for it.
Let me check what my insight.
What's that?
is.
11. You are at a
10.
-2 at this point.
Okay.
Is it minus to deception too, or is it just physical traits?
To everything.
Where's my insight?
Okay. So that is
Would
an
it
8.
be investigation?
Insight.
Nope. Insight. It's gonna be under
there
wisdom.
it is. There it is. 16.
Okay. You notice that he might not be saying true.
Stop lying to me. Are you sad?
I'm not lying to you. I'm annoyed.
Why?
I'm trying to work on my chemistry.
Tell me why you're sad because of a building.
Here, because buildings aren't forever. And over time, it'll crumble, and sometimes no matter how hard you work to rebuild it, you just can't get it to the way that you want it to be.
But that's when you build it brand new and it's something different.
True. Good point.
You're boring. She leaves.
Just accidentally profound. Like, just accidentally.
Accidentally fixes his like mind as he thinks of it.
He's just sitting there like, huh. Life is transient.
Barian
We're
writes...
all on a journey, and it's destined to have twists and turns and changes, and we'll make new things from the ashes of old.
It's the point in
You're
trying
boring.
Barian writes a note and hands it to Wednesday, whispers in her ear, and then disappears.
What's the note say?
Well, I'll bring it up if it comes up.
All right.
Wednesday would read it and just be like,
Thick eye roll.
You can feel it 2 rooms away.
As she is going to go find Trey, actually. Trey,
Yeah.
can we chat?
Sure. What's with the tone?
Well, it's usually how I ask questions. You raise the noise at the end. It's like chat, for a question. Just come here. And she like grabs your sleeve and pulls you out of the room.
Alright.
And she'll sit you down somewhere. Listen, I'm not the... I know You seem pretty, banged up about what happened with your brother. I'm noticing... Are you alright? Like, really?
What?
You just seem wound up.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you be?
Probably.
It's important to me that he stays alive. Is that so wrong?
That's just the thing. You're just talking about him. No moment for yourself to deal with whatever you're feeling. Are you okay? I mean,
Well, I didn't die. You don't worry about me.
But I am worrying about you.
Why?
'Cause I care about you, you lug.
No, that makes no sense, because, like, I never, like, trusted you. Like, Varian's the one everyone cares about.
I'm checking.
You can be pretty dense sometimes. And she storms out of the room.
Right in the middle.
What the?
what hurts?
Depressed Drayarch.
This is the story arc where we...
He just sort of sits there and tries to, like, work through conversation.
Kids, what we call this is befuddlement. It's the stage before anger, and then victimization, and then self-blame followed by that.
I just realized something. So you know that like Sesame Street clip where it's like, Big Bird, this person's dead. I'll just go another day. That's Yaisel. It's like, they're gone. Oh, I'll just come back. They're dead. Oh my God.
Look, they eased into it. They made it like referable. Okay.
Does Lorelai hear/see this?
She did pull him somewhere private to talk, so she would have to be eavesdropping, but certainly a possibility.
Well, just sort of hear her shout and storm off.
Oh, "you're dense" sometimes was a notch louder than quiet conversation. Yeah.
So Lorelai is going to sigh, and then I assume she stormed off to her room.
No, she is currently She has brought the cooking pot out of Barry and Dre's room and is furiously scrubbing it.
We'll just slowly approach from like a non-confrontational angle. You know the one. You alright?
Of course I'm alright. Scrubbing away.
Doesn't look like you are.
Oh really? Why is that?
You're scrubbing like you're mad.
Lorelei, I'm just starting to be alright with you. Don't push it.
Alright.
The scrubbing resumes even more intensely. You can hear her elbow like banging against the inside of the cauldron now and then.
Don't hurt yourself. It's like just sort of chill on a couch because she has nowhere else to go. So Lorelai's just sort of there now.
Alone in the world.
Yaisel is hearing this, is like enticed by this loudness, and is like, "You're strong."
Thank you. As she like pulls her arm out and her hands, knuckles are just like red and raw from scrubbing and like banging her knuckles against things.
You're stronger than I thought.
Pardon?
You're tough.
You
I
thought-
like you.
You thought I wasn't tough?
Well, you were, but you have to prove things for it to be real.
Right. Why?
Do you have blind trust?
No.
Don't expect me to have blind trust.
I just don't get why I gotta prove myself to you though.
You don't. I
Oh,
just
good.
had to say you're strong.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
She just leaves.
As she goes back to scrubbing, a little gentler.
If anyone was paying attention, they would have saw Roscoe flit away from the house.
Okay. I think the only person who would notice that is the person knocking on your guys' door at the moment.
Oh?
What a segue!
Yaisel goes to answer the door.
You open it to a young girl, maybe 12 years old, short black hair, standing there, robe wrapped
On
around
another
her.
one.
I
Please.
thought I'd try the front door this time.
Hello?
Hello again.
Again?
It's Nem.
You know her. You've seen her.
Oh. You're the scary one.
Sure, I'll take that.
Okay, come in.
Thank you. She comes in the door. Just so we're all clear, that wasn't where I'm just gonna poof into here again next time.
You poof?
I don't need to... Anyways, I've been looking into shadow dragons, and I've found a bit.
As Dre sort of pokes his head out of his room. Oh, hi, you're here.
Yes.
Not an intruder. Cool. Well, sort of, but like an allowed intruder.
This is gonna work better if you come out here too.
All right. Make his way into the common room.
So, I've poured over everything I could find on shadow dragons. They are nasty pieces of work, even more ornery than their original selves usually. They take on enough shadowy energy to recast themselves in shadow. They're weak in sunlight. They're still just as resistant to the stuff they were before they became shadow dragons. Just like a regular dragon, but worse, really. The one that you guys were talking about 600 years ago, I found records of that. I think I might know what the ball is as well. The sphere.
Okay.
So...
Is Barry in here? He's like the only one who's interested in any of that.
She would have called everybody over, yeah.
Baron
Okay.
will walk in from around the corner.
So, I heard a legend of this dragon that came back, and that it used to be a fire dragon, and it was rampaging through its old haunt, which had become a town and a forest at that time. And I saw a small tale about how it was driven away and that it fell in love with a dryad who gave it her heart. I did a little digging into Dryad Hearts. They're a very rare ingredient. Not that dryads are hard to find, just that they can only be given, not taken. And the descriptions I found were a small sphere, roughly the size of a human heart, made of wood.
Alright.
So, I'm guessing that's what you're after.
Do they have any magical properties? Anything we should know of?
Shadow dragons?
Well, sure,
We
both,
could-
but the heart as well.
Sunlight.
The heart, I've heard tell of it being used in potions.
Okay.
I also found a little backstory on the Dryder. It seems that it killed somebody from the Undercourt, apparently knowing full well that they were important to this Dryder, and he swore revenge, and that he would take something important from the dragon.
Okay.
As for what to know about the dragon, it was likely ancient at this point, if the stories are true. Dangerous as any ancient dragon, or more so for its changing. They're also rather difficult, notoriously difficult to sneak up on, as their hearing is as good as their eyesight.
Okay.
How good's their eyesight?
Very.
Okay.
And did you have any idea where this one is?
No, I couldn't find any texts on that. I would be surprised if the dwarves didn't know.
Okay.
They still haven't gotten back to us.
We haven't gone to speak with them yet.
They said
We
they
don't know where
said
it is.
something.
Oh no, that was to join, to get approval to go back to Sanctuary. We have to talk to the, was it the Blue Hammer or
Yes, the Blue Hammers.
the Blue Hammers?
They'd be a good start. That's all I was able to find.
Right. No, like, location.
No. That's
Well-
what your brother just asked.
Ne-
Sorry, I was thinking about something else.
if we do end up getting into this, we can do the legwork to find where it is. Would you come with us, Nem?
No.
No? Okay. It gives me reservations when you say that you wouldn't come, being...
Not because it's dangerous, but because I have other things I have to do.
Isn't this like your best friend?
Yes, and the other things I'm doing are equally important. If you guys happen to die, I'm going to need backup plans.
Okay. Do you know Z?
Z?
Master Z?
Z.
No.
Do I know his actual name?
No.
Okay. Never met him.
No?
Sometimes hangs around with at the Oolong Dragon with a Master Hall.
What's the Oolong Dragon?
It's a tea place in the city.
I don't really go to tea places.
You should check this one out. It's got some pretty wicked tea.
I'm not really a people person.
Good point. More of a death tyrant person.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, thanks,
Only
Nem.
like under forceful
I,
enslavement.
I appreciate your timeliness and help.
Well, I'm glad I found something. Anyways, I have a potion to finish and a couple scrolls to complete.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool, thank you.
On a
Well,
separate note, could I have some of your skin?
Who is she talking to?
You. She's looking at you.
Why?
Reasons?
Okay.
What kind of reasons?
Being that I know what you can do with my skin, come to my office. Like,
Walk
take her over
over
to
to
my
your bedroom.
chemistry table.
Okay, you take her over there. She takes a glance at your notes and your experiments going on and then looks up at you.
I'm trying to make drugs.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's rather... Well, I'm not one to judge.
It's more of like a hobby.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyways.
Why are we here?
Why do you need my skin?
Contingencies?
Okay. Like.
You know what? Never mind.
No, fine. I'm okay with it. If it stops me from dying or makes it so that things are different or that it can help us and aid us, I know that you can cast magic I can't. Just understand that just if I was to be like, hey, Nem, can I have some of your skin?
I would say no.
No, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of what I was expecting, actually, but I thought I'd ask.
Well, just be honest with me and tell me what you're going to do.
Contingencies.
Like you're going to use to resurrect me, or...
Contingencies?
What is that?
Just, never mind, I asked.
Okay. Alright. I have some questions for you.
Here or with your friends?
Here.
Alright.
I'm going to tell her about the two people I met when I died. Describe them.
Oh.
And like what they said and how they were like, and I'm like, and then I got pulled away by the resurrection.
I don't know anything about the second one, but the first one's definitely an angel of mercy.
The one with the dog?
Yeah, the dogs are not visible, but the one with the black wings, yeah. They come and collect the souls of the departed.
I saw the dog.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. Okay. So the angel of mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Where would they take me?
As far as I understand, to the line.
And then the line goes...
You wait for resurrection.
Oh, okay. And then the other one
Well, not resurrection, but reincarnation.
Into something, okay. And then the other one, some type of archfey, and that also terrifies me, because I
don't think it would be an archfey, but a spiritual servant of one, maybe.
Okay, alright. I'll give you that piece of skin.
Okay.
For a favor.
Oh.
Of my request, of my choosing.
What's the favor?
I haven't thought of it yet.
No.
Okay. Well, that's my price.
Alright.
You can put some stipulations of what it can't be.
Just tell me what the favor is.
I'm not sure what it is.
When you think of it, I'll come take some skin.
What are you unwilling to do?
Lots and lots of stuff.
Okay, so I'd like you to cast some type of spell for me, or resurrect me, or, take me out of some danger if I send you a message.
What spell do you want?
I haven't thought of the spell yet.
When you think of the spell, you let me know.
So it's not just a spell. Basically, I'm thinking of is like a rescue type of thing.
That sounds like a lot of work for some skin. I have a lot of things to do.
Sounding like you want my skin and you're not willing to tell me what it is sounds like it's something bad for me.
I said forget I asked.
All right. Okay. Fine.
Man, you've been in there a while.
I hate people, as she just vanishes.
I walk out. I'm like, okay, we have a place to start. We gotta talk to Blue Hammers. And then he disappears again.
Goes back into his room.
No, disappears, like, gone.
Oh, you just vanished?
Yeah.
Marion, we talked about this.
Wednesday be like, don't worry.
Okay.
But she wouldn't say anything.
Alright. I don't know what it is. I'll feel free to retcon it if it's totally out of character for her, but I'm trusting you.
Basically, he says, I'm going onto the roof. Don't leave me alone. If I don't come back by sundown, then tell them.
Okay. She'd allow that. Especially with how weird your brother's been.
So, Roscoe would fly over to Sasha's room.
Okay.
And he would look kind of like under the door and see what he can see.
He wouldn't be able to get to the door. That would involve going into the college, but he could go to the window.
Yeah, he would go to the window and wait.
Let's see if the curtains drop. The curtains are open when he arrives. He could see inside it. Sasha is in there along with her roommate, Claire.
So he would like, on the window.
Sasha looks over and eyebrow goes up as she comes and lifts the window.
He would grab a little scrap of paper with his beak from his foot and hand it to her.
She takes it and unrolls it.
And then he goes, "Wah," and flies away. Or no, he would wait.
Okay.
She opens it. Does she open it?
Yeah.
It says, "Hey Sasha, I just wanted to explain." Oh, sorry. This is Barian, by the way. I just wanted to explain, like how my mind works a little bit, and maybe how I'm feeling. So I'm like analyze things, and like think of my brain as like a bookshelf, and I have lots of information, and sometimes you have a book that you don't, you planned on reading it, and you see it every once in a while, but you never really read it into it, and then one time you read it and you find out it's the best book you've ever read, and it has beautiful information or a story that you can visualize very in depth. That doesn't happen to me very often, but if I had to describe you, you would be like that book. and I'm glad that I found the book and have started to read the first couple chapters. That's kind of how my brain works and how I feel about you.
Make me a persuasion check.
Fuck! Does it have to be persuasion?
Is what you get for dumping
By
charisma?
how you wrote it, I would allow you to use intelligence instead of charisma.
16.
Okay, so 16. I still have a -2, right?
It'd be a +4 -2.
Yeah, so it's going to be +4, so that's going to be 20 -2, 18.
Okay.
No, proficiency as well.
Are you proficient in persuasion?
Yes. So that's going to be
No,
+7.
you're not.
Still a persuasion check. I'm
I
just
thought it
letting you
was...
use
Oh,
intelligence.
no, I'm not. So anyways, there you go.
18. Okay. She looks it over, and although Barian will never see this, Roscoe would see a little smile kind of creep onto her face, and she shakes her head and shoos him out the window.
He would put his foot up, like he's like, do you have anything you want to send back?
She picks him up and just kind of whispers in his ear, "Let him wait a little longer," and throws him out the window and
Yep.
shuts the window.
You just
Okay,
fall.
he comes back. That's...
Right. What are you all doing with the rest of your day?
Last time, weren't we gonna go talk to some dwarves in the town?
Yeah, the Blue Hammer ones.
I just remembered. Just now.
Lorelei is gonna do a quick sweep of everyone's minds, because everyone seems to be like all of a sudden really worried about a bunch of weird stuff, and she wants to be on top of what everyone's worried about.
And we all feel it, right?
No, only if she
No.
digs deeper will you
No,
feel it.
it's just surface level.
So what
okay.
are these surface
And you don't
thoughts?
feel.
So who all are you doing this to?
Basically, she would wait until until as many people as she could get were all like in a vicinity to her, and just sort of go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Lunch, then. So what
Yeah.
are the surface thoughts of Barian?
So Barry, you would get at the moment is, why would you want my skin? I don't, and him like delving through the things of what she could do with it, and like him like toying with like friendship versus like I shouldn't trust her, and then like flickers of pact magic and shit like that, and then on a deeper thing you would see something about a letter and hope.
All right.
What is going through Dre's mind?
Dre is sort of, he's thinking about like his conversation with Wednesday, and trying to piece together, like he's not too great at people, so he's trying very like step by step to figure out what he said wrong. As someone who doesn't know, like, ever the right thing to say, he's struggling a little bit.
So he's past befuddlement and he's in a self-blame.
Like, some, like, he's, daydreaming about that old dwarf with the textiles and, like, how badass he was. That's about it, yeah.
Okay. And what is on Bulwark's mind?
Not a lot.
Just a monotone hum.
Basically,
White noise.
Stand by.
babysitting of what he feels. Yaisel and Kana are around.
Okay.
Okay. Alright.
Kana is currently drawing faces on Barian and Evendrael in her head.
Nice.
What is on Yaisel's mind?
You could see Beryl. You could see Guilt. You could see a big castle. Like, you can just see, like, what she imagines a castle's actually
massive.
like. And this is what she thinks that log fort is, by the way. So you see a big, magnificent castle. Beryl is like a queen. Guilt. But you'll never know what it is. This is surface level.
And when you glance over at Wednesday, there is nothing.
Oh.
Damn it.
What's with women and being able to guard their shit so well? We have Wednesday and Sasha.
What does Lorelei do with this information, now that you've scanned the thoughts of your companions?
Oh, and she gets a flicker from outside. If one more thing comes out the damn window, I swear to God.
That was a different building entirely.
No, he's walking around.
Okay, alright.
No, she just files it away in her little people trackers in her head.
Okay. Alright. You guys made some mention of the dwarves. Do you plan on going and finding House Bluehammer? It's very easy to find. It is a giant mansion near the gate that is reserved entirely for the very small amount of dwarves that live there.
Well, I suppose we could talk to the dwarves.
Don't they not like you?
Is it me? No, I wasn't there.
You guys have never been to visit House
I thought
Bluehammer.
there was like, because last time we were talking about the
We,
dwarves, they
we
didn't like
pretended
them.
to be associated with them for the sake of weapon
forged
permit.
weapon permits.
Yeah. So they are a noble house in the city. Early on in the campaign, they got permits forged saying that they were retainers of House Bluehammer and allowed to carry weapons. These were later discovered as fake and confiscated, and they got legitimate papers.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
So
Well,
maybe
legitimate fake papers.
me and Dre shouldn't do the talking.
Yeah, they might know who we are. The word might have.
So
am I talking?
yeah, or Lorelei, or together.
Lorelei, help.
Bulwark is gonna chip in and be like, I have worked with some of the Blue Hammers before, but I don't know if there was much relation between the ones here and in Gearhammer.
I mean, probably not. By the sound of it.
The only way would be to ask. The ones I'm talking of, there may be some still alive, but I could be a resource.
Alright. And just to be clear, what exactly do we want from these dwarves? Just the location of a shadow dragon?
And you were also hoping they could help you with finding entrance to Sanctuary.
Right.
Bulwarks, well, maybe I can give an introduction or some sort, maybe some connection to.
You know what? Go for it.
Sure. So out of character, Isaac, he's gonna drop a blue hammer that had worked with that was in one of the fighting.
The Bluehammers are a very famous house. They are one of the ruling houses of Gearhammer.
Okay, so then definitely they would have known probably it would have been like 800 years ago and he had fought with, you know, a couple of blue hammers of renown in their like fighting squads when they were fighting against the vampire incursions. Like ones of like renown. That he doesn't know if they
the Bluehammers
died.
are not a soldier caste. They are a political caste.
Okay, so they don't have any that would have gone to.
No, so the dwarves are at least the ones that live in Gearhammer live in a caste system. So your house decides your profession.
Okay, or some of them known. Or known some of them that would have like.
Yeah, he's definitely
through
probably
deeds or something
met
like that,
some.
or.
He'd probably be more familiar with some of the soldier caste, some of the more famous soldier caste houses. But it'd be very likely that he's bumped into the Blue Hammers here or there.
And have a couple of them that he could have mentioned.
Yeah, he'd have names he could drop.
That maybe he would have. I feel like because the Warforged were far and few, that maybe they would have been a little bit of like.
He would definitely have been a obvious figure. In the
Yeah, or a
Underground.
little bit of like a thing of like people would talk to them or like try to acquire them or you know stuff like that. So I feel like somehow like that he would have maybe talked to some of them.
It's possible.
Or like through negotiations of like okay, well, this clan wants to go for this clan. We're working through, or something. I don't know. however you want to flavor it. If it's
Yeah,
no good, then
I would say that you would likely know some names. You've probably spoken to some of them at one point, but I doubt that he would have a very close relationship with them, just given...
sure. And then I could drop
his-
some names of some. What is another prominent, let's say, soldier clan that like a famous?
well, the Battlehammers.
Okay, so I know a couple battle hammers, and then and I would just sure, however you want to do it. Then.
Sure. So you guys make your way over to the large manse that belongs to House Bluehammer. There are guards standing at the gate, dwarven guards at this point, holding axes and hammers for the most part, although there is one with a pike. And as you guys get to the gate, you would see waiting in front of it is an older looking dwarf with gray hair, beard, woven together with different metal trinkets and whatnot. Well, been expecting you. Please, come in.
Expecting us.
One.
Oh, all right.
All right. Bulwark's gonna be like, go, walk, and he's gonna like arm sweep them in.
As the old man will lead you into the mansion, you would see a well-furnished but scarcely used sitting room. It looks as if somebody went through all the trouble of making this part of the mansion, and it's hardly ever been used. And you won't be using it either, as you get swept past it, as he leads you up some steps to a less opulent area of the mansion. Very functionally furnished here, but not made for the eyes of guests and such. And at the end of this hallway is a simple, reinforced wooden door that he bows towards. Master, we'll see ya.
Yazel goes for the
Right.
knob and slowly twists it open.
Twist it open, and you would see a rather large office. A short but sturdy mahogany desk set out. A rather handsome-looking dwarf who seems to be getting into his later years, just on the touch of the last or second half of his life. He's got gray coming in. His hair is woven into his beard, and there's quite a bit of obsidian and like black jewels that have been woven into the beard as well. A hand drums on the table. You can see a number of rings on it. Well, come on in. Have a seat.
Yazel walks in first and takes a seat first.
Had a feeling you'd be coming by.
Barian will sit in the back inconspicuously.
Yeah. It's, they very drink just like have this like newspaper with like eye holes in it. They're just like
Bulwark will
they're
stand
just being like
off to the
trying
side
to blend in the background and not really be noticed.
as there's no chairs fit for Bulwark.
You were expecting us?
Right. Who else are you going to come to if you needed to get into Sanctuary?
How do you know we
That's a
need to
good
get into
point.
Sanctuary?
Well, you put in a request for a pass to visit it.
And it got to you before it got to me?
Well, I mean, it's going to be refused, of course. They all are. Unless there's a real good reason to let you in. Cut to it.
How did you know we were coming?
I just told you, lad. Are you dense?
Sorry, I must have missed that. He got a note from the sanctuary?
Yeah, he said he got word that you guys had sent in a request to be allowed to visit Sanctuary.
Bulwark would step forward and he'd be like, hello, I'm not sure if you would know me, but maybe some introductions could help you.
I know you by your reputation.
You do?
Hmm.
He's gonna reach into like one of his, like where his breastplate is, there's like a little, and he pulls out it's a badge about this, and it's kind of stone and metal, and it has the big gear hammer symbol, and all around it has like the main clans, and then on top of that, bridging over, it has like another, like a kind of like a squad insignia. He's like, was in Gearhammer for the,
I know your story, Lost One.
oh, do you know what, and he's gonna rattle off a Bergen and Brain Battlehammer. Do you know what befell of them?
Long dead. Their family lives on.
Did they die in the fights, or did they...
Nah, not a historian.
Alright, well, I also met with, and he's going to rattle off a couple names from the Blue Hammers. talk with these? Did they come to renown, or are any
Oh.
of them still alive?
One was Chancellor of the family for a time, but they've all passed now.
Oh, my condolences.
Old age, no need for it.
Oh, well, I'm glad they lived long years. The reason I thought I would interject, so the reason that this party that I'm part of is trying to get into Sanctuary is we found word of a shadow dragon that came to be we believe, in the mountains near Gearhammer, about, say, 600 years ago. And it has an item that we need as a bargaining chip to get someone out of ransom. And on top of that, the world could always use one less shadow dragon. This one, I believe, was an old red. Should be ancient at this point.
I know of the one.
Well,
Heard stories and tales of it when I was a lad. They carry on to this day. It's left everybody well enough alone since then, though.
yeah. Where is it? Is it in old halls, or?
No, it's got its own burrow, but the old tunnels still connect to it.
Okay. Well, it would always help Gearhammer and the surrounding area if they had more real estate they could access freely. And I'm sure,
You're dreaming if you think you're killing the dragon.
yeah.
But you're not even getting into the city just yet, so perhaps one thing at a time.
No, that's why I'm just mentioning the possibility of just introducing and letting them know what's going on.
What would it take?
Bulwark steps back and does.
Well, I got an offer for you. I got something you want. And I got something for you. I can get you into the city, and in return, you'll make some enemies.
With who?
Just looks over at Yazel.
Me?
No, not you. Couple of powerful clans in Gearhammer. We'll curse your name and maybe make trouble for you, but you'll be in. And they won't be able to kick you out neither. They weren't able to kick me out. Worst they could do is send me here to play pansy for the king.
I'm in.
Sure.
Didn't even want to
Don't
hear
have
the
a lot
other
of
offer.
options.
Very well.
Well, what is this other offer?
No, I'm in.
Thank you.
The other offer is, I'll let you in anyways, but to have you killed.
I'd prefer not to die.
So the first way you let us in, would we be able to go in the future?
Of course.
And who would be our, say, sponsor?
Much to the dislike of a couple of people, I'd be your sponsor.
So through you, the Blue Hammers.
Through me.
All right. Well, if you could do that, that'd be great. Thank you. How would you like us to piss off your friends?
Well, there's a certain smith. I need him dead.
I'm in.
Here or there.
There.
I'll put him to sleep.
Okay. Which clan?
Not an important clan, but he's made himself important to a couple important figures.
Okay.
He's refused a couple of very generous offers from myself, and I'll not have him benefiting others.
Okay. So dead, not persuaded.
Sleeping.
Sleeping, not persuaded.
To be clear, dead.
Okay. Dead.
That
Not the
means-
kind you wake up from.
And that'll piss
Do you
off all
have,
three?
Protection.
Protection? Probably.
Looking out for him.
I mean, he's capable himself. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a little hairy to tangle with. Ha! Pardon the pun.
Yaisel's outspoken, like he's like, he'll never wake up, and she's like, but people wake up. She's having an internal crisis right now.
If the child could keep silent while we're talking.
We'll talk about it later.
Then shut up.
Did you say that to him?
Yeah.
He looks over at you, right in the eyes, and you can see a little fire behind them. Mark my words clearly. Very few have said that and lived, Timmy.
She just stares back.
As he says that, Bulwark will kind of like go over and like grab your shoulder and just kind of like pull you back, and like out of the way. And he's like, I would not do that again. I do not believe this is the time nor the place
Call
for.
me a child.
Well, you're acting like one.
He wants to make enemies just because someone doesn't like him.
Understandable. Some people.
Perhaps they've made a mistake.
Anyways, no, this is quiet. Like you can't hear. Like we're just in the back.
It
Anyways,
means no harm. She's just a little naive.
sometimes that's enough. Sometimes it's not. Anyways, which will it be? Free entry and your lives, or paying for it?
When you put it like that.
Free.
And she'll look back at Dre and Barian. Just for like confirmation, because she's not really. She
Barry
doesn't
would.
really consider herself the decision maker.
And when she speaks up, he'll look over to her. By the way, if you go tingling in the depths of my thoughts, you won't have time to use what you find.
I wouldn't dream of it.
In Dre's mind, Barion's like, "You're good with that?"
Wait.
This is telepathic speech between.
Oh, yeah.
Are you fine with that?
Dre goes, I mean, it's better than dying. If we really need into this place, like.
Well, just starting.
And
Yeah.
I mean, like, we weren't welcome there before. If we do something really bad and aren't welcome there, like, what's the difference?
Yeah. Well, we'd gladly accept your proposal for a dead smith. No problem.
Right. Well then, the details. There's only one thing you need to know. Plant this on his body, as he flips a coin towards you.
Catch it.
The mark on it, does any of you speak Dwarvish?
Do I? I don't think I do, Alex.
Does Bulwark? Bulwark does.
Oh, Bulwark does.
Okay. It's not so much a word as a piece of a ritual. It's what dwarves send to each other when there's no reconciling between them. That basically a declaration that the two of us can't live in the same world or under the same mountain.
Okay.
And judging by the markings, it belongs to this smith. It certainly doesn't have a blue hammer marking on it.
Yeah. This town ain't big enough for the both of us.
Bulwark's gonna like look at it, look at the guy, and just nod.
Keep that on you. Tell him who had it, and that he sent it to me. And if they make up some nonsense about him not sending it and somebody stealing it from his home, just ignore it.
Okay.
Right.
So just out of character, so I can clarify this. This is the Blue Hammer guy throwing a declaration that he's killing that guy for.
No, this is
He's framing somebody.
This is the blue hammer guy giving you what would be this dwarf's declaration that he would send to people.
Okay. And then then we're putting the declaration back on the own.
You get the sense that you're to keep it with you, and this is your excuse for killing him.
Okay, as like a get out of safe kind of thing.
As in, like, we killed him as was dwarven law. He declared that we were his enemies, and we took action.
Okay. All right.
And you would tell them you're working under this dwarf.
Okay.
And then Lorelei is just no magic, no mind reading. Is just going to like see if she can tell if everything he's offering is on the up and up, or if he has some weird like double crossy ulterior motive.
Go ahead and make me a insight.
Alright, that is a 22.
Okay. He is like looking at a clear glass pool of water. Unfathomably deep and terribly cold.
Yes. Wow, that imagery. I'm just sort of basking in it, like one would a clear pool.
Great place to take a break.
All right, if that's everything.
That's everything. Pleasure.
All right, we'll be
You
in
want my
touch.
name?
Good point.
Zandak Bluehammer.
Sandak Bluehammer. Okay. Can you write that?
And I'll write down Zandak Bluehammer.
Out of character. Okay.
You guys are led out from the home by the same kind of affable-looking older dwarf who leads you to the gate and gives you guys a deep bow. Safe travels.
Thank you.
All right. We will take a break there. It's 8:09, so we'll take a 5-10 minute break, and we will be back in just a little bit, folks. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back. We are back from our break. So, we left off with the party having just had a rather tense, some would say threatening conversation with Zandak Bluehammer, the master of the Bluehammers in Alokrin. They had agreed to do a mission for him that would earn them some bad blood from some important figures in Gearhammer, but in agreeing to it have won themselves not only access to Gearhammer and Sanctuary, but the location of the Shadow Dragon that they seek.
Woo!
Woo! What are you guys doing? You find yourselves outside of the mansion, having just had the gates closed behind you, and the older manservant dwarf is still standing there.
Thank you for your hospitality.
He'd already given you a bow and wished you well, so he wouldn't have anything to say back to that.
Start to walk away.
Yeah. Runa's very distracted by Cat.
That was successful, I guess.
Oddly, I'm surprised the information came from Sanctuary so fast.
Well, that's a good point.
Well, do we think we should maybe hang around here for a couple of days so I can heal up and then maybe gather our equipment and head off?
Yeah, I don't think our plan changes. Should have asked Nem if she could get us there faster.
I'm gonna send a message.
Okay.
Hey Nem, could we buy some teleportation service from you?
With skin.
Don't say that shit.
With blood.
Is this the favor you wanted then?
No, I can pay for it in actual stuff or for magic or spells.
I suppose I could come ferry you.
Thank you. We're gonna leave in a few days. Say 4 days.
You wouldn't get an answer back to that.
No. Why?
She doesn't answer.
Okay. Well, we might have a thing from them. We'll see.
Alright.
Head back
Well,
to the north.
hey, I want to say this was a great plan. They didn't mention us at all.
Good. Yeah. Good point. Good point.
We hid in plain sight expertly.
Yeah. Well, you know it was the guards that took our things, right? Not the dwarves.
Right, but I mean, if I were a guard, I would send that information back to them.
Yeah.
Like, hey, some hooligans were trying to pretend to be here.
Good point.
So you guys head back to the knot.
So,
Find yourself comfortable once again in the knot.
To the knot.
Instead of going back to the knot, Yaisel goes to a bar. Yaisel's had enough.
Okay. All right.
hey, where are you going?
Booze. She storms off.
I'm in.
stomping away.
Marion, don't go and die.
That's fine. I'm not feeling well. I'm gonna just go back.
Sure, yeah.
Oh my god, drinking buddy.
Yeah.
Would Kena go?
Kena didn't. No, she'd still be at barrels at this point, so she wouldn't be around for any of this.
Okay.
Geisel wouldn't want to drink with Kena, her best friend that also is like a child to her.
So the two of you head off. And are you finding a nicer bar? What sort of bar are you on the hunt for? You could go to your guys' regular bar that you've been to a number of times.
Yeah, regular.
The Grog and Hammer. Okay. So you guys go to the outer run, and the two of you find yourself seated in the small, under-patroned bar, and same guy on the counter. Well, you're back.
Two of your strongest shots.
Very well. As he pulls up a clear bottle of something and pours you the shots and pushes them towards you. Don't ask.
Geisel takes it and just downs it right
Strong.
there.
Very
Yeah.
strong.
I like go to clink glasses with her, and she's already just.
Oh,
All right.
After about 20 minutes of them being there, Roscoe would fly in and would set 2 gold pieces onto the counter and then fly away. And then the bartender would get a message.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for serving my friends. Here's a couple gold for a tip and a couple of grog waters for them. Your friend Barian.
The two of you hear the sounds of 2 coins hitting the wall harder than you knew coins could hit.
This is
walls.
right in front of them. They're like here and here. He's there. The 2 coins are like in front of them on the table.
As he chucks him as hard as he can at a wall.
Geisel's
Yeah, it's a pretty good throw.
Sweep him up later.
Geisel,
Tell your friend to
Pencil
keep out of
and-
my head.
Hey, watch this. And I use my hand to like pick up the coin and move it over, but it's kind of like it's hard because like the coin's pretty small and I'm not like it's a little out of it, so sort of like wobbles. It falls a couple times, but the coins eventually make their way back to the counter. Eh?
Did he look at the coins?
He hurled them, but no,
Has he looked at them at all?
not really.
Okay.
He will sweep them onto the floor on his side of the bar.
Their floor
Well,
change.
you're welcome.
Geisel's like, a beer!
Tell your twin he's a dick as he turns around and starts filling a beer for you. Sets it in front of you. You're drinking heavy tonight?
He called me a child.
Right.
That's so rude.
Boy trouble. I'll stay out of it.
I like women. And she downs
Right.
half the beer.
I should have just kept my mouth shut.
She's just like, she turns to Dre. He's like, he's acting like he isn't a child.
Right?
Putting us in between his beef because someone doesn't like him. She does.
Just finishes the beer, slams it on the table. You might wanna.
Yeah, so,
Never
so
mind.
you're good at like knowing the right thing to say, right?
Not with him. I don't want to talk
Well, yeah,
to
yeah.
him.
But not. This isn't about him. This is about something else.
Okay, what do I have to say?
Well, no, it's about what I should have said.
Oh.
You know, like the time I almost said like pothole stuff, and you were like, "No, don't say pothole stuff," because like you know what to say and when to say it.
Yeah.
It's like that.
But what? She's like, she's a little gone. She's like,
All right.
what's going on?
So the other day, Wednesday talks to me, and she's like, "Hey, you're like being crazy," and I'm like, "I'm not being crazy." She's like, "Yes, you are." I'm like, "No, I'm not." And then she's like, "I care about you." I was like, "Why?" And then she got mad and left.
Why was she calling you crazy?
I don't know.
Why? You're so smart. You're a little smart. You should know why. We're drinking buddies. Pour your heart out to me.
Alright, so, maybe I didn't thank her because she, like, made food or something?
No, that wasn't it.
Alright.
I mean,
Maybe...
she cares about you. It's very obvious. What, have you been, like,
Yeah, but...
not taking care of yourself?
Well, no, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would she's... It... Because, like, when she first got here, I was like, I don't trust you. And...
Things develop over time. No one is blind trust. In this world?
Right.
Crazy.
So, yeah, that's what I said. But then she was like... And because of that, everyone was like, nah, she's fine, relax. And I was like, no, I don't trust her. And I kept telling her, like, don't betray us or I'll kill you.
Okay. What does that have to do with her calling you crazy?
Well, I don't know. That seems like a really sane thing to do. But then, like, so why is now she's like, oh, I care about you so much?
Okay, how have you been acting?
I don't know, like, normal?
You've not been normal. You're a lot different from when I first met you.
Well, my brother died.
Okay, and how have you dealt with it?
By, you
Obsessing
know, not wanting
over
him to
him?
die again.
Okay, but you're an individual? You guys aren't one person.
Yeah, it is my job to take care of him.
He is a grown man who is risking his life for something illegal.
Yeah, and?
He's a grown man. You're a grown man.
Who I have to take care of.
No, you should be taking care of yourself.
Well, that's easy.
No, obviously not.
What do you mean? I'm alive.
Okay, but how are you? How's beer?
Sorry, I just want to. Right. He grabs you a beer and looks over at Dre. Can we just scooch to that side of the bar?
What are you trying to say?
I just want to have a private word.
Yazel's happy to
Sure.
just sit in silence drinking.
He puts a second one in front of you, so you're occupied. Sorry, so you're asking her for advice.
I guess.
That seems to
Yeah.
be the gist of it. Why?
Well, 'cause she knows what to say to people and I don't.
Pardon.
And then like someone's mad at me and I want to know why.
And you're asking... You've been around her, right? I mean, I haven't been much, but I think enough.
She's surprisingly good with people.
Pardon if I'm misreading things, but isn't she here because she just had a fight with somebody?
Yeah, but that's because they were bad with her, not the other way around.
I don't think that's how relationships work.
Well,
Wait, she said she's not dating him. Anyways, God, now I have to give you advice. Why'd I pull you over here?
Yazel's done
Alright.
the 2 beers.
alright, here, and I'll give him the whole rundown.
Like the
Like-
conversation and everything?
Yeah, of like the conversation with Wednesday as I drunkenly remember it. So,
Alright.
like, why is she mad at me?
Well, it seems like she cares about you.
Right, which is dumb.
Alright, so, you know how you care about your brother, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if he told you it was dumb of you to do that.
Well, that's totally different.
Why?
'Cause, like, it's, I've been looking after him since we were, like, kids.
Right, but who cares what you've done? I mean, you didn't have to do all that to care about him, did you? The problem is you care about him and he said you're stupid for it.
Like, I guess, but it's not dumb for me to care about him, but, like, she has no reason to care about me.
Right, I think you're putting a lot of reason into this emotion business that has no bearing there.
Yazel has drunkenly stumbled over and is like, he's
as he starts pulling Dre to the other side of the bar, and we'll just keep
Yaizel's like, hey!
dancing around you.
Yaizel's like, I have one sentence to say.
Oh, God. I got a beer for you.
Yaizel's like, you're not doing him any good by not doing yourself any good. She takes it and slides the other side of the bar.
Whatever that means.
What does that even...
Anyways, as I was saying, you're talking to somebody about emotion, particularly liking or not liking or caring about somebody. You can keep reason well out of it, I assure you that.
But what else is there?
You're a dumbass.
Yeah.
Alright, if your brother did enough stuff, say on the balance of scales of things, to wipe out all of the good things he's done for you that's made you care about him, would you just stop caring about him?
Well, no, because, like, that's not how it works.
Exactly.
No, well, that's not how it works for us.
You're noticing how there's no reason there.
Ah.
It's not logical, you dumb shite.
Alright, so, what, do I just, like, say, fine, you care about me?
Lad,
Like, what do I do about it?
look me in the eyes and tell me you're actually that dumb.
Well, what do I say to her?
Just
if she's all mad at me.
do what I've been doing and make parallels to everything to your relationship with your brother. Just cut out all the reason bullshit you seem to think has something to do with it, and maybe it'll make sense.
Alright, so I'll treat her like my brother.
I will smack you silly. Straight up,
Shit.
tankard in hand, smack you
That's what you
absolutely
just
silly.
said, though.
Nope. I said use it as an aid to help you understand things, not take it to its extreme and make an arse out of yourself.
Alright.
I
So
will.
use it, but don't use it.
I will smack you silly.
Please.
On me mom's grave.
I mean,
Yaizel puts her hand up. Beer!
Come on! As he turns and fills up another mug.
did you say beat her?
Huh? Are you beating a...
That's it. You're both cut off. As he takes the mug he just put in front of you.
Alright,
Give it
I
back!
haven't even had that much.
A message goes into Yaizel's head, because I know that they've been liquored by now. It says, it's like, you really want a grog water.
A what?
A grog water.
Oh. Who's in my head right now? She's like, she gets up and she's
That'll
looking
be
at
the
me.
twin. He does that. Tell him to stop, by the way, as he looks over at Dre again.
Grog water.
Oh,
I still have words.
She's like,
You really want a grog water.
It doesn't
Grog
work
water,
like that. It's
grog
not a-
water. I'm like putting it over time, so that's 10.
It's
it's making
I'm
her
like
want it less. She's getting more confused. She's,
You're both cut off. Get out of my bar.
I'll be back next week.
Oh. Fine.
alright, thanks for all your help.
You're an idiot.
I appreciate it.
Grog water.
As you guys get to the door here, I will slap you silly, I mean it.
Does he look at the
You have
coins?
to catch me first, and I'll run out into the street.
After they're gone, he would sweep up and pick up the coins.
Yeah, both of them. It says grog water chit on one side of each of the coins.
Are they just illusion?
No, like he literally just like put on a thing, like a small etching that says like grog water token.
Nobody's there to hear what he says. Nobody's there to watch as he slowly melts 2 gold coins.
Oh, as he
Uh,
should.
Hang on, let me make a dexterity saving throw. Alright, that's a 7. So, I gotta catch me first and run and fall on my face.
Just, I don't remember there being this many rocks. Just double of everything.
Oh, shit.
Yaizel just laughs. Yaizel's like following behind, like, Why'd you run?
He said it was gonna beat me silly, and I was like, no, you gotta catch me.
That's when you beat him back.
Or, I mean, that's also an option.
Running away from your problems. And she tries to walk ahead of him.
I bet I can beat you back to the knot.
I bet you not! She starts darting after
No,
making
just right
dexterity
there.
saving
And run.
She
Again.
crushes you.
Go ahead and make athletics checks, both of you. Yaisel, you have drank far more than him, so I'm going to give you disadvantage.
That's reasonable. 12. Didn't work out.
Natural 20, let's go.
Oh, did you roll twice?
Twice.
You have
The
disadvantage.
best drunk runner this side of
His
Xandria,
8 again.
whatever we are.
Got 2 8s.
Did you get a natural 20?
No.
Yeah.
You leapfrog her, and she just flat out, not expecting your weight on her, all of a sudden just eats dirt as you zip off down the street. And she is hopeless to catch up with you by the time you guys make it back to the knot.
Her with dirt, dirty face. There's a little cut there. And she's like, she walks in well after, and she's like, he said he'd beat you silly. I'll beat you silly.
Are you guys standing in front of the door or the window in the front of the house?
She's in front of the door.
There's the door, yeah.
Okay. How far away is the front window from the door there?
So the front door leads into the boot room, so it's got a totally separate room.
Okay. Where's the window in the front room window in relation to the
So
door?
you guys have a room off to the left that has a front window that faces out the front yard.
That's the one.
Okay.
It's open currently.
Yes, 6 feet.
Okay. All of a sudden, you would see an orange fly out of the window in an arc.
I duck.
It would hit her straight in the forehead and she'd fall.
No, it's not. You said you were by the door, so it's by the window. Isn't.
Where's this orange going?
It fly out and it goes up in an arc about 30 feet, and all of a sudden Roscoe grabs it out of the air and flies back through the window.
What did you? Whoa! What was in this drink?
You see
Did
that?
you see an owl catch an orange?
Do you think I could catch it if it's dead?
I've been practicing with Roscoe grabbing things out of the air that I throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fetch with
Do it
Roscoe.
again. Do it again, Magic Owl.
Yeah, they start yelling out, do it again.
The door would open and Barian would come out. Well, you guys look
Good.
wonderful. Do you want to see what I was doing?
I give him a big hug.
Okay, I give him a hug.
I care about you so much.
I care about you too.
Yaisa looks
Beyond all
uncomfortable.
reason.
Do you want to see a really cool trick, Barian? Or, sorry, Dre? This is
Sure.
what I've been teaching Roscoe. And I take his pouch off his belt and I fire it straight up in the air.
Hey. Wait.
Goes up about 40 feet. Roscoe grabs it and flies to the top of the roof.
Yaisa's watching this bird alone.
That had all of our stuff in it.
And then I go, and he comes down and gives you the pouch and I give it back to you.
Hey,
Do it
that's
again.
good. We should write down that move if we ever have to pickpocket someone.
That's what I thought would be cool. Or, say we
Wait,
find a,
Wait.
like a
Last
wooden...
time someone flew, they died.
Yeah.
Good point.
Or maybe he can
That's
drop
not
things on
fly.
people.
I'm just saying, say we grab a wooden orb roughly the size of a human heart and we're about to be captured and we throw it and Roscoe grabs it and flies away.
Yeah, but what would that ever happen?
I feel like bird would die.
I feel like we should maybe have this conversation another. Come on, I'm helping them in, both of them. Okay, careful, there's steps here. Okay, come on, there's steps here. Three.
You didn't
Three.
say anything.
I got three. Yaisel, stop it. Yaisel, stop. Don't put your finger in my ear.
Hey, watch this. Now it looks like our fingers are connected through his head.
Wednesday,
You two are drunk as a skunk.
hold him while I grab her. Hold on.
Oh my. She grabs you a little tightly on your arm.
I pull her out of the flower, but I'm like, don't pick our flowers.
I never pick no flower.
She's now over the shoulder. I'm like, okay, come on.
She's hitting you. Physically kicking and hitting you as hard as she can.
Okay, make a wisdom save.
Okay, wait, let me check my wisdom.
Which is a great one for you.
Where are you? Where are you? 16.
Okay. Alex, what is my save? 6 plus 4?
6 plus what?
Are we-
What is your
What level are we?
your spell save is 15.
Okay, no, you're fine. Are you trying to escape?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
if she started beating the crap out of you, you'd
I
have to
let her
put
fall
down.
onto her face.
Bonk.
Thank you. And she slowly tries to get up and she's like, I am an independent dragon.
Would you like a hand from someone who understands that you're an independent dragon?
No. And she
Okay.
attempts to stumble in.
I go and lean up against the railing and wait.
Clang, cling, king, as she makes her way into the house, into her room.
She
Okay.
doesn't even
Yeah.
make it to the bed. She's on asleep on the floor.
And what you want done with this lump?
Is he passed out? Is he passed out?
Me?
Yeah, are you passed out now?
No.
Okay. Tuck him in. I'll get her in bed.
Right.
Hey, it's you.
As she ignores that comment and starts pulling you towards your room.
You care about me. That's nice.
Make me a persuasion check.
Goddamn calf.
I'm not sure how she'd take that.
Oh, it's a 17.
17. She looks at you, and in your drunken state, the only thing that's still there in the morning is just a little bit of warmth kind of creeping in before she tugs on your arm sharply again and starts taking you to your room.
He almost falls over, but doesn't.
I don't know.
I don't.
No idea why it's there. I guess leave it there for now. There might be a reason.
He was stuck under it.
There's just
No, take it off. Like, yeah, just put it on the couch or something. I don't know.
Oh, leave it. Come on, Oscar.
Yep, I would be picking up Yaisel and bringing her to her bed.
No, she refused that. She
She
stumbled her way to her
passed
bed
out,
already.
she said.
Yeah, she fell
On the floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you.
So I take her
there.
over.
But she is heavy as lead.
Yep,
You-
I half drag, get you over. I'm like, put you on the bed with your feet hanging off, like pull off your muddy ass shoes, and then like push you up to like the pillow, and then just like pull the blanket over and forget that you had money pouches. Take all your money pouches and everything and set it on the table beside you, and then just pull the blanket over.
Okay. You get tucked in. As Trey, you get drug over to your bed and pushed in. And she does tuck you in. She pulls the blankets over you and makes sure you're comfortable. And I don't know how long you stay awake, but she stands for a while and just kind of watches over you for a bit. And then we'll turn and leave the room.
Yeah, he sort of like falls over onto like one side and like looks up into one eye. It's like, and like she can like watch him pass out.
Just a soft chuckle and a head shake, and she leaves.
You're like way out of the picture.
Actually, if anybody's out of the picture, it's Danny. I'll just shift. Oh no, yeah, you guys need to be closer. Danny, you need to move over.
Oh, like here?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, look at you two,
So,
like right out of the picture.
you guys awake to a fresh morning the next morning. You guys were talking about taking 4 days before going to Gearhammer.
Just so I could heal up and then maybe see if
So this
Sasha
is-
comes in back and talks to me.
Is this the first or the second day?
This would be the first day.
Okay.
So, what do you guys plan on doing with your 4 days of downtime?
I'm just working on my chemistry.
Okay.
You guys would wake up, and by then you would see Barian working, and he would have a large plate filled with these kind of oblong and lumpy crystals that crack very easy, and then he is actually putting them into a solution and distilling them back down and melting them, and then has like kind of like almost like a piece of metal that he's boiling the water off and then recollecting the water into another container.
What are you doing?
I am making ingredients
For what?
for things.
Things like
Medicine.
No one's hurt.
But this is for if they do get hurt.
She doesn't really believe him. She's like, no one's hurt. We don't need it.
Okay. Well, tell me that when you're hurt.
She gets out of bed and she's like, crazy.
Right now he's incorporating the wyvern venom.
Oh, okay.
And then like recrystallizing it.
Okay. So you spend a few days working on your projects and
looking
seeing
out
if you
the
get
window.
any word back, staring at the glass wall.
Is there like a grass patch somewhere?
In the city? Certainly.
No, like by the knot. Like,
Yeah, in our
Oh yeah,
backyard.
the backyard is grass.
Okay, Yaisel would attempt to plant her own garden. No.
Like what?
Just roll me a d20. Over 4 days, you watch once fresh flowers slowly die as they're just transplanted into a random patch of grass and swallowed up by the cruelty
The
of
first
nature.
day, she's like raking the ground with her claws. Bulwark would come out and he'd be like, I've heard that these help. And he gives her a rake, a shovel, and a hoe that he went and bought for her. This should help you break the ground easier.
She takes the rake, she's like, thanks, and starts brushing her hair.
No, and he'll show her like how to hoe and shovel and like do things. There. Okay.
Unnecessary.
He goes and stands off to the side.
And he too gets to watch these once fresh blooms wither and die.
At the end, she still seems proud of it. But she's still like, look what I did. What?
Later, she would find a book on her pillow that says "Farming for Beginners."
She gets up. Who called me a beginner?
Can she read?
No.
Oh, then she
Oh,
wouldn't
she
know.
can't. Oh, then they would
She
have
can't
done
even read. She's like, I'll ask Kana what this says.
As farming for beginners.
Who called me a beginner?
I think the book is for beginners. Are you a beginner?
No, I am clearly an expert.
Then the book isn't for you.
She picks up like one of the flowers she brought inside. She's like, look,
That flower's dead.
it's beautifully aged.
I mean, that's one way the flower could be, and it's still pretty like that, but I like them better when they're alive.
Do you think Beryl likes them
Well-aged
better alive?
flowers.
Yeah.
Can you read me this book?
Yeah?
Perfect.
Maybe.
I'll ask Beryl to help me read.
Okay, that's a good idea. Maybe we can read this book instead.
What book are you reading?
It's about, this prince guy, and he did some stuff, but then there was the goblin, but then the goblin was like a pretty cool guy, but then people didn't think he was a cool guy, and so the prince is like protecting him, and then that's where we are.
That's so cool.
It's okay, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Let's go to Beryl.
Okay. And she drags you off to Beryl once again. Beryl, looking over the book, it's not the book she would choose for beginner reading, but since it's caught your interest, and in by proxy, it's caught Kana's interest, she will help you guys read through the book.
Perfect.
I assume Dryad loses the next day.
Not necessarily, but it's maybe not the most pleasant day.
Yeah. Well, it's less that he's like cripplingly hungover. It's more that Dre is just like kind of a wimp when it comes to that stuff. So it's like Oh man, I just feel the worst. Couldn't possibly do anything today. Oh,
Okay. Does Dre get up to anything during his downtime?
well, he doesn't remember much from last night. So he's gonna try and track down Wednesday wherever she might be.
She's
Probably just
pretty easy to find if you've got 3 days to look for her. She frequently is making you food and serving it to you.
hey, can we talk?
Last time I checked.
Right, I'm sorry, for saying the wrong thing before, when, you were trying to be nice.
13.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little not sure if you're just saying that because you think I'm mad at you, or if you actually think there's something to be sorry for. I mean, it's so general. I don't even really know what you think you're apologizing for.
Well, that's the thing, is I don't know exactly, like, what I did, and it's not because I don't think I did anything, it's just because, like, I can't figure it out, so I'm, like, not good at that stuff.
Right, so basically you're just saying sorry so I'm not mad at you anymore, and everything's alright, and,
Well, I want to be sorry, like, what, can you help me out? Like, what did I say wrong?
I would love to help you out, Dre. I'm trying, but, I mean, if you don't get it, I don't really know how I'm gonna be the one to make you get it, you know? If you want to be guarded and just, worry about your brother to your own detriment and not let anybody else care about you, do what you want.
Well, I like that you care about me.
Doesn't seem like it.
Just, I'm not, I'm not used to it. I don't know.
I can understand that. I'm not really used to having people to care about.
Well, and I kind of, like, figured that, because I'm always, Barion's always the one who's talking about making friends and stuff, and I always have to be the one, who makes sure they aren't evil. And so, like, that usually makes people not like me.
You're right to be cautious. And I get it. I respect it. Sometimes I wish you were more cautious. But, I mean, you're lying to yourself if you think you haven't been good to me.
What do you mean? Like, we just helped you out.
Oh. Well, maybe I was fooling myself about something then. Never mind.
What do you mean? Like,
It's nothing. And you can see her, like, throat, like, wavering. And she will turn and make a quick retreat.
He's not good at talking to people.
Self-torture?
alright then.
Make me a perception check.
Mm-hmm. A That is a natural 20.
As you're left in the room alone, just your voice kind of echoing in the silence of it, you look down, you can see a couple of wet marks trailing after where she went. Little teardrops that hit the ground on the way out.
Hey, Wednesday, and I will follow after her.
You go out to the main room. She is not in the house as far as you can tell.
She's not.
Alright, I will check her room and then, see if I can track her down.
Okay. Her room is untouched. Go ahead and make me a survival check.
Oh, I'm great at these. Hey! It's a 19 minus 1 is 18.
She's not hard to find per se, but tracking somebody in a city is difficult if you haven't seen where they've gone. Luckily, you get out to the street in time to catch her at the long end of a curve, just trailing out of sight. And with a good bit of running and a couple minutes of guesswork and a couple dead ends, you eventually find a kind of stony area that is between a number of houses, kind of a couple of alleyways as she's gotten towards the smaller mansions that are a little more crowded together. And you would see her sitting, head down, back to the stone wall, just sitting on the dusty ground.
Hey, where are you going?
And she looks up a little surprised as she's wiping tears from her eyes. What do you mean? Where am I going?
I said something wrong again. And he just sort of looks deflated, I don't know what to do.
It's not you. It's not you. You didn't say anything wrong. I just had some wild fancies and thoughts, and just hurts when they're broken. That's all.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Like I said, it's not you.
If there's anything I can do.
I don't think there is, but thanks.
I like having you around, so if you feel like you have to leave because of it, I'm gonna do whatever I can.
You can see there's pain in it, but she gives you a genuine smile. Thanks. I'm not running away. I just need some time to hurt for a bit. That's all.
Well, alright, if you need someone to talk to, even if they don't ever say the right thing, I'm around, and if there's one thing I do too much is to take care of other people. So.
I mean this with all the love that I have, but please stop being so sweet for a little bit.
Now I'm confused.
I know. And her head dips down a bit, and she shoulders shake a little, but that's the only clue that she's crying.
Well, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna sit next to her and wrap my arms around her.
Make me a persuasion check.
So many things I'm not built for. That is a 17.
It takes a few minutes, but eventually she leans into you and cries quietly for a little while before eventually the shaking stops and she's just leaned against you.
We're in this together.
That was okay. You're an idiot. Evandriel, and I'm glad to be in this together with you. As she pulls herself to her feet and offers you a hand to pull you up.
I mean, people keep saying that, I don't know why. And I'll let her help me up.
She will, in answer, just walk a bit ahead of you and leave a good, 6 feet between the two of you as you guys trail back to the knot.
Unrequited love, confusion to be.
Alright, then.
Just tell me that you love
Now he's just
me.
going to... He has a whole bunch of new things to try and figure out.
Welcome to the world of romance.
Of having 8 wisdom is what the world is.
Well,
So, with that, at least 2 days have passed. There would be something, a few things that happen on the third day. I think we'll start with the easiest one first. There would be a knock on the door.
what time?
It would be probably a little past morning, moving towards afternoon.
Barian would be in the house and up.
Okay.
You know, open the door. Hello?
Hello. I'm here to see your twin.
Is this the guy from the bar?
Yeah, it's Pyrrhus.
Oh, Pyrrhus. Long time no see.
Ah, it's been a little while.
I've been,
Oh, I've been meaning to tell you. You're a cock!
Hey, look.
No, I'm not here for you. Where's your twin?
You want to come in for a drink quick?
No.
Here,
Where's
I'll
your
get
twin?
him. I'll pour you a drink while I get it. I'm going...
As he's clutching a mug, he's like, no, it's not for that.
I was just going to pour you a normal beer.
Anyways, get him.
Okay, I'll go grab a bottle of beer and bring it over and hand it to him. and
Okay.
No water.
Takes it, sets it down carefully on a table near him.
I'll go grab Dre. Hey, Dre.
Yeah.
Pyrrhus is here to see you.
Who?
Pyrrhus from Grog and... What's the place?
Hammer and Grog.
Oh,
Hammer Grog.
the
He-
Grogwater
Yeah,
guy.
he didn't even... Don't say that. He didn't even try to hit me.
Well, it seems like a mistake on your part then. Hello.
No words. He just smacks you with the cup. Just
Ow.
across the face. Looks at you.
Oh. What was that for?
And
Did I offend you? By saying
the
something
moment your
stupid?
mouth opens, he's going to smack you across the face with the mug again.
No.
I, get ready to stop them, and then I'm like...
He looks calm. He's just...
I'm
Okay.
gonna sit
He
this
could be
out.
walking
I
his
sit
dog.
down at the table, and I'm, watching.
Yaisel comes up and takes the beer he carefully placed.
Alright.
Mouth opens,
Alright,
smack.
you've made your point. Can you please
Nope.
explain
Nope.
the purpose?
Smack, smack, smack,
Mouth
smack.
opens. And Tankard meets face.
No.
As much as I love this, I'm gonna need some backstory to get the full...
Ah, it's no
humor.
problem. I just made him a promise, and I'm carrying it out.
Oh, what was the promise?
Silly.
I don't remember making you a promise, and I'm gonna catch his arm.
Okay, he looks a little surprised, and that's not how it works. And pulls his hand back and goes for another swing.
I'm not gonna let him.
You catch the arm, and he's like,
I'm just a little frustrated enough to sort of flex on this commoner.
yeah, you catch it again, and he's like, silly boy. Slap you silly.
What was the
For
promise?
what?
For the...
Did we make a bet or something?
I didn't make a bet. I told you. On me mum's grave, slap you silly.
What did I do?
Don't know. Just had a crying girl in my bar. Here to keep my promise. As he's gonna go for another swing.
What?
Do you block it again, or
What
do
does
you
that have to do with me?
get clipped in the face again?
He's sort of he probably dropped his guard because he's confused.
Kunk. Midway through, what's that have to do with? Tankard meets face.
Stop. Great. All right, you can go now.
Tankard meets face.
What do you want from me? I'm gonna catch his arm.
I think what he wants is for you to go fix what is in his bar.
Hey, girl,
Yeah,
hold him.
understood.
right,
And she
lead the
grabs him by the arms up to his back.
Yaisel is trying to grab you. Are you resisting?
No.
All right.
At this point, he doesn't even know what.
Yeah, once Yaisel gets you, he's gonna start smacking you with the tankard again. Just good,
No.
like, measured slaps.
Can I use that one next time I drink?
No. It's my slapping mug.
Understandable.
And he's gonna keep going until he's decided you're slapped silly.
All right then.
I will aid with spells if needed. Hold person.
You might, like,
Blind and deafening.
he will smack you until you are punch drunk. Like, if you've ever seen boxers after they've been
All right.
hit a couple times.
At the point that like it stops being like a joke, Dre will put a stop to it
I will hold person when that
with
happens.
force if necessary.
All right. I'm going to need first an acrobatics or an athletics check and an athletics check from you, and I'm going to
Wisdom
need a wisdom saving throw from you as well.
Okay.
Not
From
from you,
me?
from him.
From you, yeah.
So
Alex.
athletics to hold him.
Okay, I got a 22 acrobatics.
I got 10.
Okay, you managed to break free from Yaisel's arms. Wisdom save.
Wisdom save is 16 minus 1 is 15. It's exactly the DC.
Is it meets it beats?
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
All right. So you're left holding his arm again, making your way towards Woozy at this point for the amount you've been smacked. He's not like hitting you super hard each one, but it is repetitive, and it's no longer fun.
All right, yeah, and I'm just gonna bonus action disengage and like make my way to his bar, I guess.
Okay.
Because that's
He's jogging. Come back here! I'm not done with you.
Guys, let's
you have
just
to catch me
follow
first.
God damn it! As there's like a whistling as he throws the tankard. It's a natural one. Yes. It hits the ground and he's like running up to grab it and he scoops to grab it and like missteps. Foot lands on it and just feet go out from under him as his face hits the cobble.
I'm gonna take a second to stop, raise the mug with my with my mage hand and drop it, and then keep going.
He picks it up and he's running after you still. You
All right.
eventually make it to his bar.
All right.
The guards would be a little weirded out with you guys like running through the gate, but they're not too concerned because you guys are leaving the inner run.
I just give them like a don't worry about it.
As coming over, get back here! As you get to his bar eventually, which is closed up. It's not usually open during this time of the day, so you would be in front of a locked door.
Oh well. What? I thought you said there was a person here.
You're a bad man, making an old man run.
Well, you decided to run. I'm not gonna take credit for that.
As he walks up to you, a little like
Don't.
weary,
Don't.
and swings.
I'll just sort of push him backwards.
Ah! Damn it! As he catches himself, starts stumbling towards you. Silly boy, silly! And swings again.
I am silly enough. And I'm just like easily kiting him.
Yeah, just dance around. He's gonna keep after you. His breathing is getting more and more labored.
Geisel just kind of grabs him by the shoulders, like, it's fine. You'll catch him later.
I made a promise. I keep my promises.
You have fulfilled that.
He's already
promise,
silly.
sir.
He's
I
already
hasn't done
silly.
anything silly yet. Just been more of an idiot. I was hoping to have the reverse effect.
She's just
A tired swing. Are you continuing to kite around it?
Yep.
He is determined. Like, he
Okay.
takes his promises seriously.
Okay. At some point, I'm going to like stop and let him hit me and like pretend to get knocked out.
Make me a deception check or a performance check.
Okay, that's a 22.
He knocks you, he's like, well, harder than I meant to. He looks a little proud, looking at you guys like, damn, it's been a while.
She looks amazed. She's like, wow.
As he like sits down next to his door and just like wipes the sweat from his brow and like pushes his hair back. I should start jogging. I didn't know I was this out of shape.
She's like poking at Alex's character.
Even Drail?
Yeah, even Drail.
Purvis is like pulling himself to his feet and pulling keys out as he's unlocking his bar. I need a drink.
My eyes like flutter a bit, like, oh, what happened?
She's like, you fell.
I kept my promise! And that's all you hear as he shuts the door behind him.
As he does, I pop up to my feet. All right, let's go.
We went back to the knot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Okay, so now what's going on? I thought I only had one person to worry about, but now there's this other crying girl.
What did you do? Crying girl.
Yeah, like.
She goes to slap him.
Roll to hit.
He is not prepared.
Yeah, with advantage, because it's surprise. So roll twice and keep the higher.
Okay, thank God. Natural 20.
You are laid out. Like, just like smacks, you stumble back, and you end up on your ass, like looking at her just shocked.
Crying girl.
Wait, I've had an epiphany.
Uh-huh.
What if that crying girl is the same other person?
What's an epiphany?
You hit me and like I figured out the solution.
Tell me when you need it. She goes to walk back to the knot.
Just starts walking at you, feeling like she's accomplished something. You guys return to the knot.
He didn't go in the bar.
Nope.
What?
Oh, it was locked.
Yeah, and when the bartender went back in, he closed it.
You guys get back to the knot.
And who all is there?
The usual crowd, although you haven't seen Wednesday around yet this morning.
Oh, as you are coming to the front,
I just give you like a warning look.
Oh, I'm not looking at you. I didn't realize you were walking up. I whip a knife.
At him, or?
No, in their general direction. I didn't see them coming.
Okay.
But before it gets you, Roscoe flies in front of you and grabs it by the handle.
Yaisel looks at the knife.
Oh, don't worry, it's dull.
Yaisel looks at you.
We're practicing.
Yaisel looks at the bird, looks back at you, and says, "You want to have a knife throwing fight?"
I thought I dreamed that.
No.
I already gave him his epiphany tonight.
What is an epiphany?
He said,
I don't know
my
what's
hit
epiphany
gave
with
him
you.
knowledge.
Oh, you mean an epiphany?
An epiphany?
Eh?
Eh.
Pe?
Pe.
Fany.
Epiphany.
No. One at a time. Eh?
Eh.
Pe?
Pe.
Fany.
Finny.
This is like that Friends
Epiphany.
meme.
Epe?
Are you willing to spend the 20 minutes it's going to require for her to learn this word?
I don't, out of character. I do in the game.
No, not in real life, but with your character.
He'd spend 10.
So I only know
Shiz.
epiphany.
Yeah, it's better. It's better. And you throw your hands up
I'm
and
like-
defeat.
At least they would know. I walk away.
Dre, what are you doing during this 10-minute interlude?
Well, since that natural 20 knocked some modicum of sense into me, I'm gonna try and like find Wednesday, because apparently she's not okay, even though she clearly said like, hey, it's fine.
You would search around the house, eventually cracking open the door to her room. You would see the curtains are drawn, and there is like a mess of shape on her bed.
Knock, 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 knock.
You see a hand come up and just kind of rub a little bit of red hair now like tousled out from underneath the covers. Just a pained groan.
You sure you're okay?
You can see there is a bad smell in the air, and there is a bucket next to her bed that has nothing.
Oh, honey.
He meant vomit.
I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna close the door to like keep the light out.
Full scene.
Sort of sit next to her. Rough night.
I don't feel so good.
Well,
There's
you got
still
me
just
flat
like
silly,
a little
so-
bit of hair like poking out from under the blankets, but there's a little movement in it and a groan again. Slap silly?
Yup.
I don't know what that means.
I was assaulted by a bar owner.
You can almost hear like the hungover brain trying to piece this information into something coherent. He's okay.
No, and look, I think I finally figured something out. See, I think the way it happened is I went to him and was like, I don't understand. And then he was like, and then you went to him, and then he was like, oh, Dre's an idiot, and then came and hit me.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's usually the cause of most people hitting me.
Shh, not so loud.
Sorry.
As she like pulls the blanket back, you can see she's just like rubbing her forehead, eyes tightly closed, hair just a fiery mess spread across the pillow.
Well, do you need anything?
Water would be nice if I could keep
Alright.
it down. Just don't open the
Well-
door when you go.
Sorry, what was that?
Just don't open the door when you go. Or the window.
Alright.
Or let any light in.
Alright, that might be a little... I'll see what I can do.
She like pulls the blanket slowly over her again.
I'll take care of this for you, and I'll steal her bucket to empty it out and help her out.
Okay. You come back a while later with a glass of water, and a hand just kind of reaches out from under the blanket and pulls it in with her. And you hear the sounds of some of it getting in her mouth and some of it getting on the bed.
You should probably, like, try and, like, get her to sit up a little bit.
She kind of like cracks an eye for that. You like pull her up, and she takes the cup and just kind of like slowly, painedly takes sips from it. I don't think I like drinking very much.
Well, no, I seem to remember you not being a fan.
I think I remember at least that much. Maybe not much else. I think I'm gonna go back to how I was, and just like slowly tumbles back into bed.
Alright. It seems like you just need to sleep.
Good night.
But I'm trying to piece this all together, so
In the morning.
alright, well, never mind. I will try and leave the room without opening the door again.
Crack your way out of the room. There's a slight groan as the door opens, and then you're out. Back into the fresh, now afternoon air.
Alright, good news. Wednesday's alive. Bad news, we don't have anyone to make food.
I can try.
Ah, jeez.
What can go wrong?
A number of things.
Like,
Like death.
that's your department.
Who made me mayor of death?
Your brother?
Well, if anything, that makes him mayor of death.
Oh my He's so powerful!
He's the mayor of sleeping?
Maybe just...
At this point, whenever it says death, just assume that she means sleeping, because that's the definition of death to her.
Yep.
Okay, I
So,
want to cook.
you try your hand. Are you any good at it? Doesn't take proficiency to cook, like, a meal.
Let's check.
You're not going to find it in there. This is just a character decision.
Oh.
Can she cook whatsoever?
She used
You
to
can
cook
also
for
roll a
herself,
dice
because
for it.
she's very independent.
Yeah, then sure. You cook something for everybody, and it's passable. It's not as good as Wednesday's food, but it's good.
Hey, I'm pleasantly surprised.
So, you guys have this day and one more of downtime.
I'm just waiting to see if Sasha...
Near the end of the day, you would get a letter.
That's probably about my ingredients. They never get them all right.
You pick it up. There's a little bit too much perfume smell to it for it to be your usual correspondence.
What was the bartender's name again?
Pyrrhus.
Probably Pyrrhus messing with me. Alright.
Dear Barian.
Oh. Lilac and gooseberries.
No, not Geralt. Dear Barian. I guess you could say we're talking again. And thank you for the time to think. And, if you wanted to go on another outing, then, perhaps sometime in the near future would work.
Okay. That's it?
That's all it says.
No XOXO.
No XOXO.
No like little heart.
No little heart.
Or like smiley face, like...
No smiley face either.
Or like...
But it is signed S.
Okay. No lipstick, like
No.
kiss mark. Okay. No like lock of hair.
You hear in your mind, that's a good sign.
As you look, and Lorelai's just leaned over your shoulder.
Okay. Privacy? Sure. Thank you.
We entered this relationship together.
Well,
I intend to keep it that way.
I will, yeah. I will go talk to her.
Okay. You make your way to the Arcanum. It's the evening, so you'll find her in her room.
Hello.
Door opens, and you can see Sasha standing at the other side of it. Well, hello.
I'm here to gather you for an outing.
Tonight.
Well, it's actually for tomorrow morning.
Well, that is more time, but I have classes in the morning.
What time are your classes done?
Well, I could be done as early as 2.
Okay, 2 p.m. I quickly pull out this thing and just erase a couple things. Okay.
And
Here
what
you go.
sort of outing are you proposing? Should I deign to accept?
Read the letter. I'll see you at 2.
She just smiles at that and takes the letter from you.
I leave.
Okay. What does it say on the letter?
It's a list of instructions. And there was just number 1. And it says, we'll work on it, but the first one is, find the thing that grabs my attention, but led my heart to realize my affection.
All right.
Now they're all in rhyme.
No, that just happened to be, it worked out really well.
I'm still like, wow.
All in
Marian's
verse.
going all out.
Prose going down the page.
A
Okay.
scavenger hunt in
Yeah.
rhyme.
We'll skip to 2 p.m. the next day as she's cinching up her corset and pushing the boobs up.
Oh, of course, and here we go. Hello.
No, I'm kidding.
No, that's fine. It's already canon. Moving on.
I'm basically saying you're a dog and we're only attracted to her boobs.
What would you think that she would do?
I think she'd be at a loss on that one.
No, she would, based on our conversation. what is the thing that grabs my attention?
I like how Isaac now has to be like.
But
Fuck if I know.
okay, so I'll give you a hint. It's a book, right? Remember I said the bookshelf thing, and you have a book that you don't read all the time.
Ah, I don't think she would put that together.
Okay. Roscoe would
She
eventually
doesn't have
come.
a 20
Roscoe's sitting there with with another hint, and he goes over and he's like, "Wah!" He gives it to her,
He opens it and grabs it and unfurls it.
and it's like a picture of the Archon.
She's staring at this. Walks outside. She finds herself standing in front of the Arcanum, staring up at the lovely building.
The front lady comes in and she's like, "Psst,
Yes, hello.
he told me to tell you it's a library. If it takes too long,
Right.
like a book.
Do you know where he is?
No, he just gave me that.
All right. So she makes her way to the library and starts flipping through books.
No, the old man would see her and be like, "Oh, I've been waiting for you."
With the old man's personality, I'm gonna need you to roleplay convincing him to do this, because that is
Okay,
less than
I
likely.
would tell him this. I'll be like, "Hey,
Yes.
I could use a favor, and I'm willing to pay a price.
Let's talk about this price then.
I will do book refurbishment, or recopying, or I will sort volumes for you. Unless you have something else that you need done more than that."
What makes you think I want you sorting volumes for you? Getting
Okay.
your grubby hands all over my books?
You get to choose. All I need for you is when you see Sasha come into the library, please give her this envelope.
Make me a persuasion check. Fuck. It's a long groan. You're no longer at a negative, though.
5.
That's a 4.
Still at a -1, actually.
All right, I'll give it to her.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Wait, you believe me?
Should I have not?
Of course not.
Why are the old men in this world such, like, asses?
What would you need me to do for you to do that?
I'm gonna make this easy on both of us. Just pay somebody else to do it and have them stand here.
Okay, I go to the front desk lady.
Hi.
When you see Sasha come here, she's probably going to come in. She may stand around. If she looks like she's befuddled, send her into the library. If she goes into the library, give her the envelope, please.
Can I just give it to her when I see her?
Yeah, just tell her it's a book.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Nice to meet you. She like waves you goodbye.
Thanks. She comes over and she's like, here's the thing. The clue for the thing was a book.
Oh. All right. So she takes the piece of paper and opens it up.
And it's like a nice, and it's just like a little thing of where she's finding like a little gift and a little cool thing, and it eventually takes her to where I would meet her, over by the lake.
Okay. She meets you by the lakeside and gives you an arched eyebrow.
And it would be kind of like the evening by now. So she has like some cookies and like she's found like a bottle of wine and like some nice perfume and a bunch of stuff.
If these were not my favorite cookies, I would throw them at you. And she takes a bite out of them.
Well, okay. And I'm gonna go and I'm here. Hop on the boat.
Oh, just noticing the boat for the first time as she comes.
And then
up
I'm going
towards it.
to row
Okay.
out and we're gonna have like a nice little picnic dinner. I've brought other food, but the stuff that she found all accompanies everything.
Okay, you guys have a nice little picnic with some wine out on the water.
Yeah.
Well, this is very nice.
And
I mean, judging by the atmosphere, I might think you're even angling for this being a second date.
I just assumed it was a date.
Oh, very presumptuous.
I made something for you. And you can knock whatever gold I would have needed. I would have pre-planned this. And they're 2 journals. kind of thing.
Okay.
And it's so I started this a while ago when I in my travels, and I just journal what happens and some of my thoughts, and he shows her, and it's like a little bit about like him and his thoughts about her and kind of thing, and remembering like, hey, I've made sure I would tell you about this, and this is a place where I keep my thoughts and stuff about you when I can't tell you what's going on. So I made you one.
Well, thank you.
And I thought maybe when they got full eventually we could swap. And then we'd always have something.
She takes it and kind of holds it to her chest.
Yeah. And he like
This
awkwardly
is
like
rather nice. And the evening is rather nice. And I've had, I think, definitely enough time to think. And I did have something to say to you. And I just wasn't ready to say it. But I'm finding myself more and more attached to you. And your recent brush with death has reminded me the dangers of having interest in people who live dangerous lifestyles, and I think I could certainly call this a date, but I would be remiss not to tell you that there is a part of me that I'm not going to let get involved in this, because I do not terribly wish to have my heart broken in that way.
so he was gonna say like stuck like a barnacle to me, like a boat, because he's on a boat, and then he like stops and he's like,
Just robs it from your mouth.
he stops. He's like, okay, and he's like, so could we say that outings are now dates? Yeah.
If
Ergo,
you were
dating?
so desperate to have it put that way, I suppose I could
he
capitulate.
kisses her mid-sentence.
She kind of falls back, and you can feel the grin on her face as it happens. As she kisses you a bit and then pushes you off. You are not very good at finishing conversation.
He's like, too long didn't read dating.
Dating.
Okay. And then they have a lovely night in the boat. And he had like a blanket and some pillows and stuff, and they lay down and they lay in the boat and hang out. Obviously he threw the anchor, because,
Yes, I hope.
and just have like a lovely night with drinking some wine, looking at the stars.
Okay.
And
You guys have a lovely evening. And it seems after she said that, it's one of those things that has been said and will, unless it needs to be, probably never be brought up by her again. It quietly fades into the evening, and you guys talk about anything but that.
yeah. He would say one thing though after she said it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, if I was to not live a dangerous life, is there ever a time where maybe I could gain the rest of that?
She looks over at you with kind of a sly grin, just looking over the pillow at you. Well, someone's in a hurry for answers, but a girl has to have some mystery.
Okay. All right. I can live with that.
I sure hope so.
You
I'd
hear
hate for
in
you
your
to
head,
keel over dead.
progress report.
And then he's gonna get. I was about to go mid nose boop, and I kind of.
Can she send him messages from that far?
She's sending.
Yeah, just the message
No,
stuff.
she's stalking them.
She's
Or sending.
Sending? Oh, I didn't realize she was using sending.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm
You
going to
jump
give
a
her
little
like,
and she's like,
a
"Are you
thought projection. Be like,
all right?
mid infiltration. Talk later.
Oh my.
Are you all right?
No, and I give her a nose boop and a kiss.
I hope you're all right now.
That was to distract you. You have to
It doesn't work as well when you tell me your entire plots at the end.
I know, but
You would make a terrible chess player.
did you say chess or chest?
Now you're getting ahead of yourself.
He said, I'm actually very good at chess. Like, really,
Wow.
really good.
Don't get full of yourself.
Do you want to play sometime?
Only if you're going to keep telling me all your plans beforehand.
Okay. So you're not that good at chess.
I'm passable if the bar is very low.
Okay. All right.
You guys go back, and if you want to play a game of chess with her, she would play with you.
Yeah, like after the boat, go back to her room and
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
13.
That is a 17.
Rolling dice.
17. She crushes you at chess. She is very good at chess.
Okay. I will say rematch. Best of 3.
Not tonight.
All right.
So
and
cruel.
I do believe that this, as she like leans forward and gives you a kiss, marks perhaps the end of a very nice evening. A date, some would say.
Oh, thank you. He's gonna hug her tenderly
Thank you, Barry.
and just give her a nice kiss on the cheek.
She grabs your face and turns you towards her and gives you a kiss on the lips.
Okay.
Good night, Barry.
Sheesh.
And he's gonna look at her as he goes out and he's like, I think you've just become my favorite book. And leaves.
You are a sap, is all you hear from behind you as you close the door. As that is the end of your date. Is anybody doing anything with their last day other than Barry and date?
Well, Dre is still is keeping on this Wednesday train. He's gonna get to the bottom of it one way or another.
Okay. Since we've done that, are you doing anything with Beryl, the other love interest in this?
I'm still trying to
next year?
garden. I'm still trying
Okay,
to
that's your
garden.
next play is like
Yeah.
get garden, deliver gift. Okay.
Can constructs.
Well,
Because I need to show them
When-
I read the book that they taught me how to read.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're reading it. You would start having some progress on the garden. The most important stuff's at the front, so you would start to kind of rapidly realize, the flowers I've planted are delicate and require more than just grass. And you'd also learn quick enough that there are flowers that could just grow in grass and not the ones you've selected. So if you want to take some steps, you can start an actual like passable garden.
Yeah, because they taught me how to read a little, so I know
Yeah.
a couple words. And now,
And you're also reading the book with them, so
yeah.
you guys are reading it together. So
Learning that she was a beginner.
yes, you would.
It takes a strong person to realize that they're not good at something.
You would very quickly realize this book is definitely for you.
And you still you don't know who gifted it to you, but
Oh, they're gonna get a slap. You never want.
Doesn't
her to
know
realize.
who, but there's a
If
slap in
anyone
store.
comes up, they don't know this, by the way, so you can't
No, I don't
base
know
your
it.
character's actions off of it. But she is still not happy with them.
okay.
So the next day, Wednesday, less hungover, if not completely cured.
Well, before we get into that, when Barian gets back from his date, he would meet a Lorelei waiting
sitting
for him.
up with a candle beside her like your mom when you're out past your
Arm-
curfew.
like the arms crossed, sitting there. Where were you?
We went on a date.
Right.
This feels oddly intrusive.
Look, you're only in this relationship, I suppose, because of me.
All right. Well, I can confirm that there's nothing nefarious. She's not out to get us.
Right. That's what all rich girls say.
I've never had a rich woman say that to me.
You've not met very many rich women then.
No, and they usually weren't very rich after I left.
Oh, that was a line. That was a fucking line.
We've been robbing rich people for 100 years. Like, it went well. I took her for a date on the boat. I may have a little scavenger hunt for her to find some things. We decided that we were dating now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah.
Well, if you're so convinced, I'll leave you to your adventures.
Thank you. I can. The guilt and the
if-
loneliness is gone.
Well, if you need her dead though.
Ah,
I'll call Yaisel.
okay. I'll keep
Well,
that one close to the
just-
chest. he like,
I'm here for you if she
shakes her hand.
decides you're no longer worth playing with.
I'll give her like a handshake and be like, "Well, you're my main gal, Lorelai. I appreciate it."
From the sounds of it, I doubt that.
No, but you know what I mean. You're a good friend. I appreciate you. And
Well,
thank you.
Just picturing Lorelai. He's a bigger idiot than I thought.
It how does Lorelai react to like genuine
you sort of see
like
her like
companionship
put off of
and
her,
like
her
affection
game a little bit.
Okay. He's just
Like-
gonna say, you know, I appreciate what you
Yeah.
do and you know, helping that and I feel like you're, you know, I'm glad we brought you into the family.
Right.
I see that you've warmed up a little bit, too.
Good night, Barian.
I noticed, and I'm gonna like, as she's walking away, I'm like, so, how's the pillow?
He doesn't say anything.
I go over to my room and
She
I
just
peek,
like pauses for a second.
I peek around the corner to see if she goes back in the bed.
She does.
I smile and go to bed.
Okay. Well, this has been happening, and a full day has been passing. What happened with Wednesday and even Trail?
We'll go to her room or wherever she happens to be in the morning after Kana goes, and guys will go, I guess. Off to see
They're a
Beryl.
duo now.
Yeah.
You can't get one without the other.
It's a castle!
Knock, knock, knock.
Banana phone.
Shay says, coming at you live from the Wendy's drive-thru, chili cheese fries for life.
Thank you, Shay. Where's our share?
I think Wendy's because of Wednesday? I don't...
Okay.
Or they're literally
or
in a
maybe he's
Wendy's.
just actually at a Wendy's.
Do we have
drive-thru.
any
Oh,
other
he very well
people
might
watching?
be.
Pardon?
Is there any other people watching?
We have 3 people.
So, what goes on with Wednesday?
Hey, how are you feeling?
Not great.
Uh,
I'm taking the walking in shifts. I still feel sick. But at least the light doesn't burn like a mother.
well, how much did you drink?
I would tell you if I knew.
My
Tell
God.
you if I knew.
The ISO level?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with you.
Well,
And I feel like
I
it's
think
my fault, so I wanna help.
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay. Ooh, man, I don't have a super great bonus, but I am rolling hot. That's a 23.
Sheesh. Sheesh.
Dre, I don't... You can't help. I mean... Not really. I'm just a little mixed up, that's all, and maybe not handling it super well.
Well, I mean, I think I can relate to that.
Quick snapshot of him gambling.
Yeah, quick cuts of him just like
Indulging
doing
poorly.
all the wrong things.
Just like smaller pile of chips, smaller pile of chips. The frown is just getting bigger.
I just, have you ever thought somebody felt a certain way about you and were disappointed when you found out it was otherwise?
Wisdom check.
Oh god.
She's saying that pretty confident that he won't figure it out from that.
That's a 3.
Yeah, she's like, he might understand a bit, but she doesn't think he'll piece it together.
Chat, give him a reroll.
Well, to be honest, I kinda gave up on like knowing how people felt. I always just tend to assume the worst. Like with anything. Um, I Barry had made all the friends, which is surprising if you look at his stat sheet, but I don't know how he does it. Um, he was the one everyone liked, adults, like guards, girls.
Not everyone.
A
do you
bone
mean?
rattles in front of you.
Sorry,
He's a great
Discord
cat,
did a
isn't he?
thing.
She said not everyone.
What?
When you said
There's a
he's the
great
one
cat
everyone
in here.
likes.
Oh, that's Sammy's
Well,
cat.
how would you know?
Your dance. Dance is a
People keep
loaf of
saying that.
hardtack. I have to decide what she would do here. There was a long silence, and she looks up at you, and you can see a bit of anger and a bit of, a bit of conviction kind of come across her face. I just thought maybe you liked me back more than just the stray you picked up, and it hurts to find out that that wasn't true, and to be honest, having you poking around about it just keeps bringing that up, and that's why you
Wait.
can't help.
Wait, hold on. You think? Oh, because you think. I, I.
It's
I
alright.
wouldn't have let you
Dre-
stay here
Dre, it's
ever if
alright.
I thought you were just a stray.
It's alright. I'm not even supposed to like you anyways. And she will turn and go back to cleaning at that.
He just had an epiphany. Come on.
Epiphany.
Man,
You just had an epiphany.
I've messed everything up again, and he'll walk away.
Okay.
Is anyone in the room? Please, we need to figure this out. If Barian is in the room, he will say
No,
something.
Barian would be
Barry-
out preparing for his date.
Is Bulwark in the room?
Well, yeah, he would be in the house preparing for his date, like writing up all the cards and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think she would have said that around people. So that last line from her definitely wouldn't have been loud enough for anybody to hear who wasn't intentionally listening in.
Okay, so would I see Dre come around the corner?
I'm going to say with the amount of prep your date, you are out of the picture for this.
Would Bulwark?
Yeah, Bulwark would see Dre moping about after that.
Roll a d20.
Oh, okay. 15.
Okay. Dre,
What do you want?
I've noticed that you've been awfully sad every time that you walk away from
Wow.
the female
Thanks.
Wednesday. Let me finish.
Well,
Can I finish, please?
oh, you have so much sass, and I have zero patience.
No, communication just falls apart when one person talks over another.
If anything, in my many years around dwarves and elves, and if I'm getting my readings incorrect, I feel like your communication with Wednesday is not working correctly. I'm getting the feeling that based on her leaving and crying and reacting the way she does around you, that she has feelings for you, either relationship or marital or maybe of the sexual variety, and I feel like you're not Seeing that, do you have similar feelings about Wednesday, either marital, relational, or sexual? Hypothetically?
My God, I can't believe I'm talking to a robot.
I am
About
simply observing things and trying to fix what I believe to be an incongruence.
Well, to be honest with you, Mr. Robot, you can't say anything to someone if I tell you not to, right?
No, but I can ask you, do you like her?
Okay, well, as long as this stays between us, yeah, kind of.
Okay, I'm picking up that she may like you. Typically,
Yeah, I think I just figured that out.
yeah. One more thing. Typically, other males that I've seen or observed liking other females tell them that they like them.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't.
I will
have
keep
time
your secret,
for-
and I've said my piece. But I believe that would be something that I would do, and would probably lessen the crying. Good night, Master Dre.
I think it's.
Or
I
Mr.
think
Dre.
it's too late for that at the moment. But
Ah,
thanks.
could be worth a shot. And he'll like turn back and he'd be like, "You miss 100% of the targets that you don't shoot at."
Gretzky
Right.
breaks down the door. What the fuck did you just say?
That was copyrighted.
I feel like that's a pretty widespread.
Oh, yeah, for
in-house.
sure.
Alright, yeah, Dre is going to stop for a minute, sigh, and turn around and go back to where Wednesday is cleaning.
She will pointedly ignore him.
Right, can I tell you a secret?
I'm sure you're capable.
I kinda, and I pretended not to be, but I was, always fine with you being here. Cause
You hear a clang from the other room. Ah, hammers are awfully blunt.
I guess I was hoping. Maybe I could get to know you better.
I'm gonna need another persuasion check.
Quick chat. Give him advantage.
That is an 18.
19. There is muted but palpable like anger. Hey. So you were just a dick.
I don't know.
Right? Because, like, the spot where I said, you'd be lying if you said you didn't at least care for me and you brushed that off, you're just being a dick?
No, I'm not allowed to like people.
Well, that makes two of us. And she's going to storm off. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Sheesh.
She has had a lot of emotions in a very short period of time and does not seem to be handling them well.
Dre's like, hey, let's have a deep conversation. Leaves. Comes back 10 minutes later
Yeah.
with another deep conversation about the thing she still hasn't gotten over.
Yeah.
Leaves.
Yeah.
The next day, hey, I'm gonna say exactly what you don't want to hear right now. Leaves. Comes back with something they want to hear, but negates it with something they don't want to hear.
If you try to talk to Bulwark, he is in
You hear a hammer clanging, you come around the corner, and it's just him bashing his head against the wall.
and then he turns around and just goes into I can't remember what
Standby
it's called.
mode.
Standby mode. And you nothing.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I like how that was functionally his advice, though. We're going to end
man.
there for the night, unless Dre's doing one last thing.
No, I think we'll pick up where this story leaves off
I put
next
that
week.
advice into Bulwark voice.
All right. That's us, folks. Thanks for watching. It was a very roleplay and relationship building heavy evening.
God.
Don't be dragged.
Yeah, we actually, everybody had some relationship
Such a
buildings there.
thirsty episode.
So that's us. As always, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on TikTok. We've got an up and running fucking Discord. That's the word. A Discord now as well. And we're on Facebook, although I haven't been posting that we're starting soon. I think I'll get back into
Should
that.
do that. Twitch, YouTube.
But yeah, that's us.
TikTok.
If you end up on the Discord, send a message to Chaos Intel and I'll get you all set up on that. And that's us signing off, folks. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.
Hola.